We live now.
Yeah, we live.
Outer Haven.
Assemble! Dun, 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 dun.
I love those intros.
I try my best.
What's going on, guys? Outer Haven back again. I'm your host, Laz, of course, with Nikki Vengeance, Devil Lake, Sanji, Steve Game Boy, Heavens 44, Morass. We got the whole crew up in here. And we're going to be talking about the potential of the Supernovas and, basically what we've seen thus far, with the Rouge and Capone and, just the little details that we got and, with their character thus far. The question comes right now is, what about the rest of the Supernovas? What kind of potential would they have to live up to the stature, at least of what we've seen thus far with the Rouge and Capone in terms of their story? Because we got a lot of interesting guys in the Supernovas, and we want to know from you guys, especially down in the chat and also in the comment section down below if you're watching the video afterwards. What do you guys think, the potential of these Supernovas? Who's probably going to have a better backstory or, feats with their devil fruits or just their overall character in general? What will they provide in the story? And of course, we're excluding Luffy and Zoro from this just because of the fact that we know a lot already about these guys. So mainly we're just going to keep it between the Supernovas that we already have in the story that we haven't seen thus far. So we'll take some ideas over in the chat, but if you guys, you want to start off? Any of you guys?
I would say, yeah. I'll say firstly, what Supernova is probably the most interesting at this moment in time, and we haven't seen her in a long time, and she's the only female Supernova. I would like to go with Jewelry Bonnie, if everyone's all right with that.
Yeah. I mean, my girl, yeah. Best girl band of the series of the verse.
That's a crush.
I mean, you recognize greatness, greatness is just there.
Yeah, sometimes you just recognize it, don't you?
Exactly, bro. That pink hairband, that doesn't. I wouldn't be surprised she has "GOAT" tattooed on her somewhere. I mean, Bonnie's, Bonnie's one of those where it's like, I've always enjoyed the potential of her character. The fact that her fruit, if you go outside the box and think of the possibilities of what she can provide, because we know for a fact that she can alter the age on people, make them young, make them old. And I'm thinking to myself, to go outside the box instead of humans, what if she can literally let's say she's going to a place an island that's been destroyed, and she can restore the time on that island back to its previous state.
Not only that, but what if she's able to not just alter the age, but also alter it and keep it that way?
That's what I'm thinking.
For example, if the previous owner of the fruit, just imagine, used that on Zo. The elephant is still alive, that kind of thing.
Do you mean restoring it back to when Zunisha was in its prime?
Yeah.
I mean, that would be a crazy thing to see, definitely.
Well, not just that, but imagine the previous owner of the fruit that Jewelry Bonnie has used her or his ability on Zunisha, and that's why the elephant just never dies.
Right.
Next level shit.
Yeah, it definitely would be, actually. But man, because the thing is, we haven't seen her throw hands, right? So it's so hard to say from a martial standpoint. If you guys are Kingdom, actual fighting and stuff, it's so hard to kind of get an idea of what can she do? Can she actually do a Sanji kick? Can she actually punch a motherfucker out like a Rouge? It's so tough to say, just because of the fact that we don't know that much of her. But just from a history standpoint, there's if you go by the actual pirate and Bonnie, there's just so much we can go with their character.
She's a savage in history, to be honest. She's a beast.
Was she?
Yeah, but
she was. Oh,
I think she has to be a fighter for her to make it through the first half of the Grand Line. I don't think she got there just by hacks alone.
Yeah.
Did she have any weapons with her? I don't think. Guns.
I can't remember off the back of my head, but I think she must have. I think everybody's got a gun that's not Luffy and Zoro or swordsman.
Sanji has no gun.
Sanji
Sanji doesn't
have
throw hands though. That's especially why.
Yeah. So she has to be a martial artist then.
Yeah.
For
Like, I think.
example, also.
There you go, Maras.
Yeah, no, but it was like, for example, in Sabogia, when she used her power against the group of Marines and they all get tiny again, and well, she's big, yeah, it's easy to kick some, it's fucked up, but you can kick some kids, knock them out, and it's fine, you know?
Yeah, but it goes to
Yeah.
show like how savage, you know, if we were to like compare it to like, you know, actual Anne Bonny, like the comparison to that, like it's something you would think, because again, it's pirates, right? Pirates are not meant to be seen as like good people. So you would have to think like, you know, how low can these people get? You know?
Exactly. Like she like, for example, in history and stuff, like she's like one of the only famous female pirates, and the fact you're a famous female pirate in that time as well, and it's just like strength matters. Like if you can't do shit, you're done for.
Yeah.
Essentially, like especially being a woman, man, they can just probably just take her away and just do like heaven forbid all this disgusting stuff to her. But she survived, so she's about that life, guys. And Bonnie was about that life, so. But Jewelry Bonnie has to be.
She has to be, because like, oh man, there's just, because the thing is, there's so much with that character in terms of like, because if you know like the story of Anne Bonny, she was like one of the most ruthless pirates, you know, from a noble turned to a pirate, and then eventually when she was captured by the Navy, she was sentenced to be executed. And the reason why that she never was executed was because she was pregnant with child, and because of that, they had to give her her release. And since then, you know, when she was released, they never knew exactly whatever happened to her. She, you know, she went under a different name. She changed up her look. Like we didn't know anything what was going on during then. So it's like there's so much that you can, you know, go from there to use in the actual story that could like make it even more interesting with their characters, since we haven't seen so much from them.
Yeah.
So how do you think it ties into the story, or do you want to leave that for later?
How was she telling the story?
I
Like,
think we can talk about it now, to be honest, because my idea is kind of like, if you guys, I'm just gonna compare it to something else. Like, have you guys seen Shaman King or no? I'm a dolly guy.
I'm reading Shaman King, but
Oh,
I
okay.
used to watch it when I was little, when it
Well,
came on
so
the
I saw
Fox.
that-
I used to play a video game of it. I don't know what the story is.
Oh, okay. I'm not gonna ruin the story, but there's a kind of essentially there's a time they have to basically level up, and the way they level up is essentially kind of the similar way to like basically like a hyperbolic time chamber. And I think the fact that Anne Bonny's powers make people older and stuff and just essentially get their potential out quicker.
Actually, Anne Bonny didn't have any superpowers.
I mean, Jewelry Bonnie, sorry. But it makes quite possible by the fact that she can basically age the whole Straw Hat crew up just to catch up to get them to the right level to fight the Yonko, essentially. So that's just my theory on it. That's what I think is possible that could happen in the story. But what about everybody else?
How do we think that she, like, was she held in Impel Down? Do we think that she escaped Impel Down? And how?
I got a input on what you just said actually about Bonnie. That's a really
Okay.
really good theory. Like when you were mentioning how like the way she increases their age and decreases their age, it might also increase and decrease their experience.
Yeah.
That could really be a game changer for like guys like Luffy, for example, who at the moment he's young and he has a lot of battle prowess. And one of the reasons why he wins a lot of his battles is because of his battle prowess, not compared to like his overpowered fruit or like the series who have like amazing abilities, but they don't have the battle capability as Luffy. That could really make him, or if Bonnie does end up joining the Pirate Alliance sometime down the road, that could really change the aspects for how Luffy goes against fighting Yonko. Now I don't know if there'll be like a story plot thing that Oda might use to like bring Luffy up really fast to be able to fight Big Mom or something like that. Just like how we saw with during Marineford, how Ivankov gave Luffy all those hormones and shit to keep him in the fight, even though he should have been out a long time ago. I don't think Oda will do something like that because that'd be really disappointing. But that's a really interesting aspect you brought up there.
Yeah, I was gonna
Yeah.
ask you guys, in terms of like all the hormone therapy that Luffy had to go through, do you guys think that if Bonnie was able to make them younger again, would that affect Luffy's lifespan that was taken from him?
I think so.
Possibly
It's a
so.
tough to say. I don't know, because like it's the lifespan itself. It's not like the actual like the age, because like
Well, it depends, because
like years of his life, you know.
depends honestly, because if you go by what we've seen, she could change it and reverse back. But if we go by what I said about Zunisha and the previous owner of the fruit actually making Zunisha immortal, then we can say yes, can probably permanently affect Luffy.
Yeah, but how would Bonnie's fruit make someone immortal? I don't understand that.
Well, just
Well, exactly.
it keeps lowering the lifespan again.
Yeah, but
Well,
that would
I
also
mean,
imply that they would have to constantly do it over and over again.
not necessarily, because in One Piece, if you have a certain mastery of your fruit, uh,
I mean, it could be like the Philosopher's Stone.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Well, not only that, like every 10 years is not that hard to go meet somebody and have them make you young again, right?
Yeah, but I'd say that the one thing that's a problem with that is essentially if Jewelry One is defeated one day, then that person's essentially fucked, right?
Oh yeah, that's true.
No,
yeah.
I hate to like downplay your theory, but it's definitely something way more than that. Just because of the fact, like the connection between Momo and the elephant and that stuff like that, and like the connections it has to the Void Century and stuff like that. Like it probably has nothing to do with Bonnie's fruit.
well, to be honest though, there's a thought that going on that the fruits are actually replicas of what the ancient kingdom had. So basically, the fruits from now are what the people of the ancient kingdom could naturally produce.
Right, but you also
Well-
aren't factoring in that it was condemned to walk forever and it can't help itself from walking. So
Well, now that Momonosuke's with him, can he just tell him, okay, you can stop walking, you can go back to land or whatever?
well, right, that's what he's trying to do, but that has nothing to do with Bonnie's fruit. Was what I was trying to say, like the aging.
Well,
Yeah,
what
I was,
about this though?
I-
What about the previous user, maybe at a time when the elephant was around or a baby, essentially, if he was so hacks with the fruit, maybe he can put his time limit, his age, the elephant's age, Zunisha's age limit to something like super high. So maybe they're not immortal, but their lifespan's like ridiculously long, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, I mean, it depends on how good you master your fruit and how Oda wants to mine it.
I definitely think
Yeah.
Bonnie's gonna be important in the story. I just think people overhype like how important she is and how OP her fruit is.
do you
Nah, I
guys think
think
that she's related
it's
to Big
quite
Mom at
OP.
all, or?
Yeah,
You know
I think
what?
it's-
I think
It's.
she is.
I want her to be, but at the same time, it's like, you know, it has to be done in a way where it's just not being thrown in there. You know, it's just like,
Because I was thinking she could even be Big Mom's like mom or something like that.
That
Crazy.
would be fun.
well,
Big grandma.
if she's actually older than what she claims to be, then yeah.
Yeah, I thought
mean-
that'd be pretty interesting. She shows up at the wedding like as her mom or something.
Hmm.
But that would be so embarrassing that she lost her Blackbeard though. If she's like Big Mom's mom, like if I Big Mom's mom should be like hacks to me in my opinion. But she's probably
Yeah.
not.
But it's Blackbeard though, man. Like,
The thing
I
is
actually like
like
what you said. Now go ahead.
Alright, you can go. You can go.
I actually like what you said about downplaying Blackbeard. Everything that we've seen from the story, it makes me question: is he like really? He's Yonko level for sure because of the dangerousness of his fruits. But it's like we see him. We see a Kainu who's Grand Fleet Admiral, but he's a new Fleet Admiral. We can't assume that like his abilities have jumped like 4 or 5 fold since we last seen him. I'm sure he's probably improved and he's trained and he's gotten stronger, especially after fighting Aokiji and seeing the type of things that like worked against him so that he could improve himself. But I don't know if Blackbeard is like we can put him as like stronger than Big Mom or like just he's gonna decimate Kaido or something like that. We saw who else his crew. His crew is questionable at most. We saw what's his face Jesus Burgess in Dressrosa, who fought Sabo, but at the time I was a strong anime watcher. Sabo completely decimated him. Like it wasn't that.
It
much
wasn't
of a
even a
competition.
fight.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
to throw Blackbeard as like, oh, he might be the second strongest Yonko or the first strongest Yonko, we should first get a lot more evidence about the rest of the Yonkos, especially Kaido, because I don't believe that he has an immortal ability. I think he has incredible endurance, incredible toughness, and that's become an issue for him with his own desires. Because we saw he wanted to kill himself or something like that, so it's difficult. I don't think he's immortal, but we should definitely wait to see about what the others do before we give Blackbeard all the credit. Because sure, he fought Marco and a bunch of his commanders and shit like that, and he had success, but we don't know what type of interference or what other things happened during that fight. We also saw him and the bigger guys in his crew get handled by Magellan, and he's another person who has like a lot of variable discuss. We have variable discussions about
you
his,
can
of
get
his
into
power,
this.
but
You can get into discussion about that, but to be honest, I kind of like for this stream because this debate could go anywhere with Blackbeard, so we kind of want to keep it on the Supernovas for now. So Like,
Yeah.
yeah, I get your point, but it's just like Blackbeard could be like that's its own stream essentially. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So,
like honestly. But yeah, we can actually jump into the next one. I think Grim, you're the one who asked about Basil Hawkins.
I love
Yeah,
Basil
Hawkins, man.
Hawkins.
Yeah, I
Basil
want to hear you guys'
Hawkins
thoughts on
is-
this because like it's so hard to get an idea down with this guy because like the only thing I can go based on like as a kid he loves like the voodoo stuff with the tarot cards, that kind of thing, and I'm thinking like what kind of backstory would he have to kind of because we've seen already with Capone like little bits of his story and stuff of what's going on. I'm thinking like what kind of character we think could actually surpass something like that, and like what ideas you guys have.
I think Basil Hawkins was in the circus, like, and that's just what it sounds like to me. Like, not like the buggy circus, like just doing but like that's how he learned how to do that card shit. And like, even though, yeah, I just think he's in a circus. He gives me that circus kind of feel. Like he's a weirdo. He loves voodoo dolls. He's putting cards in thin air. It's just like
That would be an interesting backstory.
It was
Yeah, it
interesting.
I kind of got the impression that he was like a religious relic or zealot, just like Urug was. Maybe not.
Oh,
Okay.
Apologize to one guy that his crew was like getting his crew like knocked or somebody knocked into his crew and
Oh, the spaghetti and stuff. Yeah.
Well,
what happened to that guy? Is he alright?
Yes. Your voice cut out.
Oh, okay.
I thought Brago gave you the money for the mic, Grim. What the hell?
it was kind of interesting.
Hawkins was probably raised by them people that Brooke got sent to during the time skip. Those devil worshippers.
Nah, I'd hate that. Nah, fuck.
Well, the
that.
thing is that I don't think he's either a Satanist or a religious, but he's definitely into the occult. Like some traditional people have like traditions where they have like these dark books, like how they can perform spells and shit. I think he's one of those. Like
Yeah, gaming. I was gonna say, sorry to cut you off, but Gaming Samurai X was saying, he has a mink in the crew. If you remember that cat-like thing,
Oh, yeah.
like he has some diversity in there too. Law's got Beppo, so he has that cat. And I figured, like, just based on those characters we've seen thus far in his crew, that's like the only one that really like grabs my interest in terms of like captures me and says like, oh shit, like he has something different that the rest of the crew is we haven't seen, because everyone else kind of has like their own design, like.
I think the
How do
whole
you
thing
guys-
with Hawkins cards is like a like an observation hockey thing that like you're born with, kind of like how Kobe is and like the Skypiea girl and Madame Shirley
Yeah.
on Fishman Island. It's like some type of thing like that. But he uses
I agree
cards
with that.
for some reason.
Okay.
Because of the circus, guys. I'm telling you, when you go to the circus, get your cards read. You start freaking out.
How do you guys think that he makes those dummies where if he gets shot, his crew member dies instead?
I think that's
Oh,
part
the
of his
voodoo
devil
dolls.
fruit.
Yeah,
Yeah,
not
I
just
think that's
crew
part of his
member,
devil
like
fruit.
just random people on the street. Yeah.
Yeah, I was just wondering because do you guys think that he can actually do that to someone that doesn't know, like maybe an enemy or something, or does it have to be like a willy crew member?
I think it can be like if it's just some fodder guy on the street, then yeah, he can do it to them. But when it gets to like opponents, I think he'd be a lot tougher depending on the strength of the hockey and stuff and who they are as well. So
Oh, it's.
I think
Man,
it should be around him. It's not that anybody just from another side of an island. It should be surrounded by him, and not everybody. So everybody's close around him that he can do that.
yeah, we just see Hawkins pulling people's hairs on the sly and just like wrapping.
That's
it.
what I'm thinking too. Like if he has like his own little voodoo doll on the side, like those people that make those makeshift voodoo dolls, and he can put like either hair or blood or something on it from someone and be able to control them afterwards.
Oh, you guys think he'll have that aspect as well, being able to control the?
Yeah,
That's what I
Hawkins,
think it's a
definitely.
possibility. Yeah.
Yeah, it just all depends how his ability works. Because I mean, I don't know. I just feel like that would be way too hacks. Like you just make a voodoo doll of anyone and you can just control them. Like what's the counter to that?
I mean,
But he has
Dolphy kind of had a
to get
similar
hair or
thing,
something, right?
but like if you're strong enough, I'm sure you can get out of it. That's the point.
The plot always finds a way, man.
Yeah. Oda doesn't rate any plot holes.
What do you guys think about what he did in the Kaido situation?
Yeah, I'm back.
Ooh,
Mm.
I think
Could he-
he's put his cards down, just placed them up there, and saw the possibility was zero, and just said, "Fuck it, I'm joining you, Kaido," and that was it.
Yeah.
I mean, because that would be that it'd be that crazy. It could work, but
Like for example, if Luffy and Co go up against Kaido, obviously, probably, the odds will be in Kaido's favor. Do you guys think he will join Kaido in fighting them, or do you think he will?
Nah, because Hawkins knows that Luffy is the main character. He would probably join his side.
Yeah.
No, in all
guy-
seriousness, Hawkins would definitely join
Devil
Luffy
like
because
Kaido.
he was already planning to kill Shanks, so I don't see why he wouldn't try to take down Kaido with another alliance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he has
Yeah,
ambitions.
I was
outside.
thinking he does seem kind of like smart enough to be able to run from a situation he can't win, and Killer seemed
Yeah.
the same way. But Kid, to be honest, I think we can all agree is a hothead who might have just been like, no, this guy messed up my ship. I gotta fight him.
Yeah.
Mm.
But no doubt about that. That's why Kid looks like he's just been through fucking hell, you know?
I mean, we could probably jump into Kid now because I feel like he's probably the one that has like the most potential in terms of like so many things you could probably do with a devil fruit. You know, it's just like I remember like for a while I seen people were saying like he could probably do like because people we have like iron in our blood and stuff, right? And obviously like because like a form of metal, people really think like he can do like blood bending.
Really don't.
And I think and if he were to do blood bending, how do you stop that?
I really
I
don't.
say hockey, full body hockey. That blood ain't getting out anywhere.
I really
Either
don't.
hockey, either you use hockey or just brute strength.
I don't know,
see the
man, because
best
like
Did Magneto have bloodbending powers? I don't really follow that.
No, he
that much.
like because there's iron in your blood, right? And he essentially in the movie Mystique added some more iron to that guy.
But there's not
Then he
just
just
iron.
Hold on, I got a solution. All you gotta do is have a low iron diet.
Exactly, like we have.
this is pirates you're talking about. Who
These
doing
are
that?
pirates. They eat fucking meat all the time and
So-
all
Yeah,
random
man.
shit. Like they
So
don't have
basically,
time
you
for
gotta
a
prepare for
diet.
Kid like a month ahead.
I mean, I guess.
Yeah, so basically, like Luffy's gonna like if you were to face him 1v1, it's over if he has blood bending. Because
Well,
that guy eats meat all the time. I never see him eat his veggies.
I don't
I'm
see
telling
blood
you,
bending
full
because
body hockey.
we have like we have a lot of like potassium and a lot of other stuff in our bodies. If we want to bend something, it'd be water.
Yeah, I never read Magneto. Like, I've never like watched anything to do with like X-Men or anything like that. But I was like watching or reading up on Magneto, and like just like part of the Wikipedia article about his like powers sounded almost exactly like Kid. I was like, wow, there's like
Yeah.
huge potential for him in that.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Yeah.
Like it fits also like if he really is the let me say a replica of what was his name again? Shiki. Then like Shiki had the ability to make things float, right? And Kid, he has magnetic powers like Magneto. He can pretty much do the same thing but more powerful.
Like I reckon they're from the same place, to be honest, Shiki and Kid. That's just because they just give me the same kind of vibe. So I don't know.
I mean that's
I have no basis of proof. That's just a feeling, by the way. It's just how.
No, it makes sense because couldn't like Magneto could like levitate people and objects, right? So like I know he's
Yeah.
not going to be a basis off Magneto, but their powers are similar.
Yeah.
that's
I don't
okay.
see why there's no reason Kid can't fly, to be honest.
Like that combined with his metal, that's OP enough, I think.
Yeah. I just seen the chat right now. Someone said Kid's overrated. Is Kid overrated?
No. I still
I
think,
don't.
Maybe a little bit.
It blows my mind a bit, man. Because it's like guys like he went challenged to Yonko while Luffy was training. Like
exactly.
it's like okay, like he challenged Big Mom while during like he was training, but like when Luffy was training, but still like he went and actually challenged him. Like Luffy has yet to even like go face to face, and it's like another thing too that bothers me, man. It's like whenever I see like with Brule, how she's saying like, oh, no one's ever saw Big Mom and stuff like between the Supernovas. I truly think that's bullshit. Because if we know Kid's personality and just like who he is as a character, he's not someone that's going to just go straight to the enraged army or to the commanders. Knowing his personality, he's going to be the one that's going to try and find a way to Big Mom herself.
Yeah,
like
so he's how you say that?
Persistent.
Yeah, some way like that.
Say it in Dutch. Maybe I can translate.
Yeah, I don't know because it's hard. But it's kind of hard though because to me it seems you shouldn't be able to get to a Yonko easily. Like even though it is Kid, and I think he's probably one of the strongest supernova, but
No,
it's like
I think the word is reckless. He's more reckless. He's just
Yeah, there you go.
just doing what he does. You know, we said about Luffy is reckless, but he's I think 10 times worse than Luffy.
Yeah.
I mean, people
Yeah,
want to
he's,
say,
he's more of a hothead, I think, than Luffy as well. Yeah.
Yeah, because
Kid
especially
is
when we
like
go
a
to like
nigga
the
with
recent chapter.
attitude.
Perfect. Yeah,
He's a member of NWA, yeah? Him and
Yeah.
Ice Cube.
Yeah.
And it's crazy because
Yeah.
especially if you look at the recent chapter 2 with Luffy, like he's actually agreeing to go and meet with Capone and stuff, you know, to kind of like work together. I don't think Kid would kind of do something like that. I know he already has the alliance with Hawkins
Yeah, I
and
was gonna
stuff,
say.
but it's like I don't know, like I can't see because they to me they feel similar. And is that like they have like their own drive, but they want to do it under their own ruling. They don't want to have to listen to someone else. And I think Kid and Capone probably wouldn't like butt heads together where they actually like, you know, be a team. They would want to do it on their own terms. So I can't see them like being buddy buddy. Whereas like with Kid, Hawkins, and Apu, they kind of have like more of like they're down for the cause for whatever they want to do. So that's why it's so easy for them to mesh.
Yeah, but back
I
to
don't
the
know,
fucking
'cause-
Kid being overrated thing is like I don't understand why people can even say that. Like Oda has put it in the story that Luffy, Kid, and Law are going to be like the 3 most important supernovas. Like he even specifically made it so that Kid was the only person with a higher bounty than Luffy. I'm not saying anything about power level, but it clearly shows that he wants the Kid to be an important character.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Like,
Yeah,
out
I
of the
think
main
people just-
supernovas,
I'm-
he's the rival, I reckon.
I
besides
just
Luffy.
thinking
Kid.
because
Luffy, Hawkins, Drake, Law. These names have been decorating the pages of the newspapers for quite a while.
The worst generation minus Blackbeard, of course.
I think that people saying that Kid is overrated because he's taking the L's, but that's the thing about the
beastly L's.
Yeah, but that's the thing. That's why I say he's just reckless and he's just going all out, just straight away for the strongest one.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Of
another
course you're gonna
reason
get Ls.
people hate on Kid is because people like to take the like I don't know, like I know it's like a meme, but some people have memed it to the point of like where it's like complete fact is the Aruj being like the strongest supernova thing, and it's like
Yeah.
Aruj is the only supernova we had seen a feat in from the New World, so obviously everyone's gonna think it's like, oh crazy, he beat Snack, but I mean we haven't seen anything else from any of the other supernovas either, so
Yeah.
like, we know Kid destroyed a couple ships, but like that's about it.
Yeah, but again, like a little detail like that, that's still pretty massive in the story. And I guess we can kind of segue it into a Rouge, since like we do have a little bits of, you know, what we've seen and heard of him and stuff, you know,
Now-
taking down Snack, and then, you know,
I'm not trying to hate on the Rouge, but he to me is the most overhyped. I'm sorry, guys. That's all. I'm
Yeah,
gonna say.
for sure.
Okay.
but how do we tie Kid into the story?
well, in terms of like what he can offer, like in terms of a backstory and stuff. I mean, like the only thing I can think is like, you know, when from he was a kid and stuff, right? It's kind of been hinted to with his arm. Like when you see like the little robot that he's holding as a kid, it's deliberately at the
Yeah.
arm where he lost it. So it kind of foreshadows there, like, yeah, he's gonna end up losing his arm. It's gonna be like, you know, robotic and stuff. But like again, from like the South Blue and like I don't know, it's so tough to say, you know, what we can talk about Kid. Since like, you know, we know that he's crazy. He's like he doesn't care about civilians' lives. Where he can, you know, he just kills people regardless if you shit on his dream and everything. And it's just like, like we can easily say like he could be one of those kids who had one of those backstories where like, you know, he grew up in a crappy environment. You know, he was a you know, he was a product of the environment pretty much. And like, you know, like anyone that, you know, was causing a ruckus or, you know, trying to get in his face or tell him like his dreams are bad and whatever, right? Kind of the opposite of like what Ace was. When Ace was asking about like the old Roger and stuff, he was hearing bullshit and, you know, he went and started attacking people. But in the sense of like Kid was actually probably killing people back then. So he was already building the kind of reputation from when he was a youngin all the way up until now in the current events in the manga.
You guys go on the One Piece Reddit?
Yeah.
Time to time.
There was an
I never go
amazing
on there.
post. It's kind of that Reddit is kind of AIDS, but there was an amazing post that I saw. It was about like how like Kid could be like it was just like a theory that Kid might be like basically what Luffy would turn out to be if he didn't have a Shanks type character in his life, to where like
Ooh.
So it's
Like,
the dark side
Shanks-
of Luffy somehow.
basically so like Shanks taught Luffy like, you know, don't fight each other if there's like no reason to fight people, there's no reason to, and like blah 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 blah. He's like the role model in Luffy's life, but like Shanks might have never had that, or he had someone to laugh at his dreams rather than Luffy, who had like Shanks to encourage him, like come back to me when you're a great pirate, things like that.
Mhm.
I thought that was a great theory.
Yeah, I like
It's
it.
quite interesting.
The way I see it is they're quite similar, like you just pointed out. But like the way I see it is they're gonna probably help each other, and then after the whole war with the Pirate King thing is over, I think Kid is gonna challenge Luffy for like the years to come, forever. So get that
Yeah, I agree. I think that Kid and Luffy are going to fight together to bring down Kaido, and then I basically think that all the Yonkos. I don't know. It's really hard to say, but it's possible that all the Yonkos go down in a relatively short amount of time, and then it's like the Supernovas basically controlling the New World, and then that's when like Luffy is like rivals with the Kid and Blackbeard.
Mhm.
Yeah, I see that because we have like 10 years left, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I
Essentially,
feel
yeah.
like a few of the
we
supernovas
got
have to
more.
die though. Like, not all of them are going to make it into that new era. That's for sure.
Nah, I highly doubt it.
You don't think so?
Nah, I wouldn't see the point. Like, I mean, I don't know. It's possible, but like, yeah, I don't know.
No, it's
I
because
just
it's
can't
like
see it.
the way they've talked about the new world. Essentially, like every generation's supernovas, the strongest ones survive, but a few of them won't make it. Like,
Yeah, but you have
no
to
matter
realize
how
like
strong
they're
they be.
they're like literally the generation that's going to shape the rest of One Piece.
Yeah.
Then nobody dies
Yeah,
in One Piece.
Yeah, that too.
No, I don't. I think only some of them are like what we found out about Capone. I think now he's definitely gonna do. He's gonna do something significant, but
Did
I don't know
Bobbin die?
about every single one. Like, I don't think X Drake's gonna shape much, to be honest.
I don't know. We don't be sleeping on them supernovas.
Yeah, I'm not. Yeah, I'm just. It's just my. I can be wrong, of course, but I'm just saying. There's not. I can't. It'll make them too significant. It's like this generation like had every really good pirate. Like, nah.
Yeah, but then again, that's what kind of separates the times from like Gold Roger and the other Yonkos. So like you would have these 11 individuals who kind of made a name for themselves after, compared to what the past generation's done.
Well, technically 9 because
Well, if
Tilly
you
and
exclude,
Joe
Two of them are, yeah.
yeah,
But
I
don't
mean,
know.
they earned the moniker of supernovas. So
Yeah, of course. Like, but not every like. I want to see because the thing that's interesting as well. I want to see people that are in like other generations as well. So, like the generation just before Luffy's one. That one would be very interesting to see who was in that generation.
yeah, I mean, we were talking about Drake earlier before, so I guess we could kind of maybe like talk about Drake a bit. I mean, like in terms of importance, like because we got the backstory and everything with him, but it's just like, what is his motive? I think that's like the thing we can want to like try and talk about too. Is like, what is like his motive in this entire story?
I think personally, he's probably seen a bit of how dark the Marines can be from inside. That's why I kind of switched to being a pirate, in my opinion. Like he's seen
I can
some
see
stuff
that.
that Marines are not supposed to see. Essentially, he's just like, nah, this ain't.
I feel like Drake is gonna be sort of like a Blackbeard. Like I think Drake knows some stuff, and
Yeah,
that's why he seems really chill, cool, calm, and collected, and he chose to go underneath the Yonko's umbrella just so he can carefully and meticulously go about things in a way that's not as crazy as how Blackbeard did it. And we know that he's into astronomy or astrology. I'm not sure which word. So I think he knows something about what's going on out there in space and all that. Because he seems way too chill in the way that he immediately ran up into a Yonko's territory, like he was ready to like bend the knee basically.
Mm-hmm.
And when all the other supernovas are like going directly at Yonkos and everything, from what we can see.
It also seems like he isn't invested in his personal issues like Law.
yeah.
So he might.
Yours was all like emotion. Yeah.
Yeah, because I was thinking for a long time that he was joining Kaido just to get close to Dovi to get his revenge on what had happened with his father. That was the first thing I was thinking about.
To be honest.
Yeah, but we found out he doesn't give a shit about his dad, to be honest.
Yeah, because when they asked him like, "Yo, that was your dad," he's just like, "It's whatever."
Yeah, it could have been
he
a
could be
lie,
lying,
of
though.
course, but
Yeah, exactly. That's
Yeah, it could have
exactly
been a
being a
lie,
lie.
But I
Well,
don't think it matters too
Well,
much.
plot purpose.
it is true because you can easily say like like what if your dad did all this shit to you growing up as a kid and stuff. At the end of the day, your dad's a dad and stuff. Unless it was that
mean,
bad, and it's like.
Look at Dolphy though. Dolphy literally killed his dad though, and his dad was a good
Yeah,
dad.
I know. That's like the only thing that says that. Yeah.
It's kind of weird for him to run up on Kaido's men and attack them.
No, he's got to be plotting something.
If he was a
No,
coward.
I think that's the best way to do it though. If you want to join a Yonkos crew to show your strength, though, if you're gonna if you beat up one of their guys, they'll be like, either you're gonna bend the knee or you die. So he's like,
It's
okay,
quite
I want to
similar.
bend the
It's
knee.
quite similar what Capone did.
Yeah, I mean, because we're talking about the potential of these guys and stuff, and I gotta ask you guys, is Drake going to be one of the 3 calamities?
Nah.
Very possible.
I hope.
I don't think he's a part of Kaido's crew. I think he's just a lie.
I hope not.
Yeah, that's what I hope it's the case. It's like he's more of an ally to him. Obviously, of course, we know what this whole feature, there's the zone feature of this dull fruit and everything. But if he were to be, it would eliminate a potential option for someone else we could see that has a mythical or an ancient zone. Because
yeah, I like
could you
getting
imagine
introduced to new characters.
Yeah, because could you imagine? It's people say that maybe Jack is the number 3, and then of course there's gonna be the 1 and 2 afterwards. But then we find out that Drake takes one of those spots, and that leaves one spot open to someone else.
It'd be annoying because if Capone's not a commander in Big Mom's thing, and I'm trying to put the Supernovas around the same level, then he really shouldn't be a calamity either, in my opinion.
I mean, here's the thing. Jack is probably I'm not going to get into the reasoning just because it would take too long, but Jack is probably with the right-hand man of Kaido, right? And then there's 2 under. So X-Drake could be the weakest one. It wouldn't be that bad. But I do think that...
I think it'd be pretty bad, though.
Yeah. I don't think it'll happen because Aruj beat Snack, right? So we definitely know the Supernovas are commander level.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time...
That's true.
Capone is a rook in Big Mom's army, which what I'm assuming is right below commander level. Which I think that's where X-Drake is, right below commander level, whatever the rook
I
of
agree with
Kaido's
that,
crew is.
Yeah, definitely.
It lessens commander level for me though. If someone can just jump up in 2 years to becoming a commander level, it's what? Come on, give it some time.
What do you guys think of Drake's devil?
Oh, his devil fruit, I mean, we.
Oh, go ahead.
We seen his fruit and everything, but do you think there's gonna be more to it?
Absolutely.
It has to be.
Absolutely.
Well, to me,
so he's gonna have multiple forms.
I don't know why people sleep on Zoan so much. Do you remember the Boa sisters? What they were doing with their fruit?
Oh yeah.
Sandersonia turned her hair into snakes.
Yeah.
And then Marigold was able to set herself on fire. And she was basically a discount version of Hell's Memory.
There was fire?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I
kind of
don't
look at
think
it
people... Oh, you can go.
Kind of look at it like Jack's devil fruit. It's a mythical zone as well, but we saw when things got serious with Jack, he actually went back to his human form to fight. So it makes me kind of think those forms are really limited compared to certain things like a jaguar, which gives you claws and sharp teeth and longer legs and stuff. So I don't know. It might be not that good of a devil fruit from what I've seen.
Nah, the thing is if you can sit here and say that a jaguar is stronger than a T-Rex, I don't know, you know what I mean? That's why I don't understand why people downplay his fruit, though.
Yeah.
Just because a T-Rex has a huge head with sharp teeth, but a jaguar has sharp teeth with claws and feet that are designed to be able to move a lot faster, right? And the T-Rex has small arms, which means he can't really use them as well in combat. It's just looking at it from that perspective. It's just kind of confusing to me.
Nah, that would only work if the Zoan devil fruit didn't have hybrid forms, and if we haven't seen different Zoan users overcome deficiencies like that. Look at Kaku.
Yeah,
he was an absolute beast, and he got one of the most peaceful animals in the animal kingdom.
Also,
the T-Rex with big arms, like a human arms, would be pretty dangerous. So yeah, that's true.
Absolutely.
Also, Master
I don't know why people use that little arms argument. I never understood that.
But it's just funny though. Dinosaurs with tiny arms just make me laugh.
With lightning arms.
Yeah, not to mention, if you look at this battle, it's a battle between speed versus power, right? So one excels in one area, and one excels in another area. You know, if let's say the Jaguar were to come close to Drake, and Drake's able to swat it away with like a hockey clad like tail, then like yeah, he's gonna probably get him. But if he's not gonna be able to match up with him in like terms of like stamina and stuff, then the Jaguar is gonna win it.
Well, yeah, Darkseid said it's probably just an amazing physical strength boost
Yeah.
from T-Rex.
Could a T-Rex crack like we're going like outside the box with this one, but like could a T-Rex potentially be like island level, like destroying islands? Like
I don't think inherently, but I think Drake would take it to that level.
that's
Like
something. Yeah, that's something.
I think he could take it to that
I mean, the
level.
thing is, it's like zones like that don't really have high destructive capabilities, so I don't think necessarily island level. But I will say that like that doesn't mean he's not strong.
Oh yeah, definitely yeah.
Yeah.
But let's see, like, where could the strength, like, what's the max that a T-Rex could possibly do?
Yeah, I have no idea. That's a weird question.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Naturally, I say a T-Rex would probably be building level.
The thing is that the T-Rex were hunters, right? So they have to be fast and they have to have sharp teeth and strong jaws. And
I mean, he fucking bit the pacifist's head off.
yeah.
Yeah.
Time
Yeah,
skip.
that was pretty sick.
And plus, we've seen, too, with Jack, he was knocking out buildings and stuff in a mammoth form. We can essentially say, to an extent, a T-Rex should be a bit taller than a mammoth, so it should be doing at least a bit more than that.
Oh,
Not only that, his growl could like blow out your eardrum or something.
Hmm.
so if Supernova eventually fight on Wano or after Wano against Kaido and his crew, if we say that they reach the level of the commanders and he doesn't, Drake, isn't that like downplaying him? Like, shouldn't he be?
No, but my theory have always been is like Yuruj and Capone are like the oldest people out of the supernovas that we know of, because Jory Bonnie could be any age. We don't know about her generally, but so they've had like more experience. So I assume they're going to be stronger now, but later on, the rest of the younger supernovas, the X-Drakes, the kids, the Lures, the Luffys, they're all going to surpass them.
Capone is a huge wild card for me. I don't want to talk about him because we're not talking about him yet, but
Yeah.
I cannot like understand where his power level is at this point.
Yeah.
We can. We can.
We could jump into it if you want.
I want to just have one question because
Mm.
I read some theories also. Saw some people theory about that X-Ray probably could be working with revolutionaries.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah,
that's been like
why
for a
not?
long time. It's been for a long time, the speculation.
So what
I
do you
can see
guys
that
think?
for sure.
How are they linked then? What is it?
Because it's something with a red flag. Like, it's something to do with that. I don't know.
I mean, in
'Cause
general,
maybe
it just makes sense because he defective against the Marines, so like
Yeah.
that's like the natural place to go.
Yeah, like he wants to seek like his own terms of justice, and I think Dragon. Because the thing is, like when you compare it to those two, I think like Dragon and Luffy probably have the same idea when it comes to freedom, but it's like Luffy just wants to have freedom, whereas like Dragon I think wants to do it through conquering.
And
Yeah.
it wouldn't be that strange if you think about it, because Dragon has people everywhere infiltrating, like you think of in Impel Down.
Right.
We got Kuma at the Navy, so why couldn't be X-Ray a part of that for
Yeah,
one of the
'cause-
Yonkos?
Also,
Because if you
Sabo.
think about it, if someone defects from the Marines, they've seen pirates at their worst as well. So not necessarily they just join they will join to become pirates as well. So it's kind of the revolutionaries are the best kind of other option instead of being a pirate or a Marine. It's like the revolutionaries are something else.
Mm-hmm.
Well, isn't Sabo kind of an infiltrator in the underworld?
With who?
Sabo.
Who's Sabo?
Sabo's an infiltrator?
Yeah, in the underworld.
I don't think so, because his name's too big though right now, isn't it? He's the second in the Revolutionary Army.
Yeah, but you think he may have been?
I don't know, man.
Maybe in his younger days, I don't see why not actually. Like, it's possible.
Well, you know what? Since we got onto them, we'll probably get into Capone because I think that's sort of the one that we want to probably talk about the most. Since like we already got enough like from his backstory, you know, just like the cruel shit that he was doing back in the day. You know, I love the reference to the 5 families in New York, which is actually like a pretty amazing thing. But I still do not put him over Luffy. I know he has potential and it's crazy, but it's I don't know.
Yeah,
I just
can't
can't.
put him over Luffy.
Yeah,
can't. It's so tough.
No, I do, because I think he's a lot smarter than Luffy is right now.
It's like I can understand from a tactical standpoint, he could probably figure out like maneuvers and stuff to get around Luffy, maybe. But like, and the fact too is we know for a fact that like Luffy's stamina isn't the best, and we know that if anything, like Capone could probably see that as a weakness and use it against him. But if Luffy were to catch him right there and then with a King Kong gun, I don't think like we're like excluding the fortress. If he was able to figure a way to infiltrate or just get to him up close, he should be able to wash him.
There are so many factors that come into Capone.
Yeah.
One thing is does he even have any fighting capabilities, like hand-to-hand combat, things like that? Because you can only get so far with a gun in the New World.
I think
Definitely.
Against Big Mom, what are you going to use a fucking gun for?
I don't
He's
think
gonna
he
use
needs.
the Seed Stone Spear, isn't he, for Big Mom?
I mean, that's what's
Right.
been kind of hyped up. Yeah.
What if Capone can drop castles on niggas though? I mean, come on now, think about that.
But on the
Well,
flip
that's-
side, of that, like he has potential. Like it depends where Oda wants to go with it, right? Because if his castle is like Barto's barrier, unbreakable level, that might be completely broken.
Yeah.
And like especially if he can move his castle around, because we see his his treads. Like he turned into a tank on Zoe.
Yeah. Because I would definitely say, because of what we've seen, like, you know, what we're hearing about like this character and like his abilities and stuff, we would think, because we know for a fact now, from defense is the main component to Capone, and of course, the castles is a form of defense. So essentially, he should have at least, you know, top 3, top 5 of Supernovas or some defensive capabilities. But that's when we factor in the fruit. If we're talking like a 1v1 fight, where, you know, how a normal fight would be, I don't think, you know, Luffy would have that much trouble, because he would just need one King Kong gun and he would be able to get to him.
He also
Right, but at the same time, like we don't know how durable his castle is. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, definitely, yeah. Like there's so much, like he could definitely, like, let's say like to go crazy, he can probably go like an iron bot, like hockey up his castle and stuff to prevent you know, that much more damage. And if he were able to do that, that changes everything. Because if he's durable,
I think it's safe to
like, no
assume.
stamina, like.
I think it's safe to assume that his castle is extremely durable because, I mean, Jinbei basically said that he's renowned for his defense.
Yeah.
And Big Mom made him head of security for this event that she's been looking forward to. So I mean,
yeah. But I've realized though, one of the chapters
because of
we've
his
seen
defense.
his weakness.
I just thought of something crazy, bro.
We see the weakness of Capone though already. Like essentially, you know when Sanji was having a cigarette when he was talking to Capone inside his castle, and he was burning, and he literally dropped it on the floor and it started going on fire. And Capone went crazy and stamped it out.
Hold on, wait. Fruit, you want to say something?
Yo, you know that castle that we saw that Capone was sitting in at the end of the chapter? What if that is like one of Capone's forms of his castle, and that was his like replication inside of himself?
Oh my god, bro!
That's what I was thinking from the start. Like when I first read the chapter, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah,
Like
I never
his
even
defense
thought
is
of that.
on point. Yeah.
If you can make
Man,
shit like that with this fruit, that is crazy.
Yeah, and it's just some basic form of him. You must think about if he is awake and what he possibly can do with it.
Yeah. Like,
which also brings me to another point. Like, is he a zone or a paramecia? Because that's just like it's like on the verge of both.
I think it's more paramecia.
He got to be a paramecia.
Yeah, he's got to be a paramecia. But it's just weird that like he's like a paramecia, but he can like turn himself into like tank treads and turn himself into a castle.
Oh yeah, bro. Like
that's just how crazy these supernovas are.
Yeah,
Kizaru said it. Like these young fellas are scary.
They are, bro. Like Uncle Kizaru, man. Like, you know, he's spinning facts. But it's just like, man, like I don't like. I would say from the like, if we're to factor in the fruits and stuff, then yeah, I would definitely think that Capone might have the capabilities based on, you know, what we're hearing with the castles and all that. It's like. I really think, like, you know, the next chapter or two, we need to like know more into his fruit, because I feel like right now it's like the way they're kind of like going with the story is like they're just going with the plan itself. And I would love to see if we get more into his fruit so we can kind of like, you know, get more ideas out of it, you know?
Yeah.
But I think we've already seen his weakness, like I said earlier, though, because if you just start a fight inside him, he's done.
Yeah. You have to think about it. He let people go inside of him.
Yeah.
But if he closes itself, nobody can get inside of him, so you cannot hurt him with that.
You know,
no, but that's the point. But if you like, I still think he's stronger than Luffy in terms like he would win in a fight. I don't think he's like stronger than Luffy like when it comes to physical prowess and stuff. But I mean, the fact that essentially Capone thinks he's the smartest person in the room all the time, and someone like Luffy has dumb luck. So there's a possibility that he can still win.
Yeah, I know what you're saying, but we saw also when it happens with Sanji that he just could make weapons out of the floor, out of the ceiling and stuff. So you know what I'm saying? It's not that
Yeah,
easy
yeah,
to
no, I get what you
attack
mean.
him.
Yeah,
Yeah,
No,
and I was
but
thinking
yeah.
this too, man. Like, when it comes to like, because I have to ask us too, because the Big Mom's not following this arc, and there's no way Capone is gonna actually like take her down, right? I just want to get that general consensus, like out of the
I'm
way.
not
Yeah,
gonna.
I agree.
I'll
I don't know,
disagree
bro.
for the sense of agreeing, but I think there's a possibility that she gets taken down.
Yeah,
Okay.
I said
Yeah, I think it's
I don't
possible.
want her to fall,
So,
but
like,
I think it's a possibility though.
yeah. So what I'm gonna say is like let's say the possibilities, because Nikki was saying about the fire and stuff inside of Capone, and we already got the introduction of Prometheus, right? So I think we're long overdue to finally see like a character go out in flames. And what perfect
Yeah.
way would it be is, let's say Big Mom knew what was going on, and because again, remember how we had like the other people from the wedding that's gonna be coming that have like a problem with Capone, so that's something with a factor in that the issues. Let's say these people decides pull the gun up on him, and they were in on the job with Big Mom, and they knew what was going on. Could you imagine like this was the first time we'll see a Yonko showing how twisted and fucked up they could be when she burns Capone alive?
That would be pretty sick. But I think
Kind of show a
Jinbei's.
message. Show a
I
message,
think-
pretty much. Yeah.
we can see that
I
happen.
think Jinbei's the one dying though. Personally, I keep saying this. Jinbei will die in this arc. That's what
I think,
Oh,
yeah, but
not a
I guess for the world, itself or whatever, right? I think we kind of need to see a supernova die, like in a sense for Capone, to kind of spit it, like to send a message to the world that, like, yeah, you have ups and starts, you have these rookies that are coming up thinking they want to take our spots, but we're the Yonko, we're not to be messed with, and this will be an example. Because I wouldn't be surprised if we're gonna see this be taped, like kind of like with Marine 4, like on like the Denden Mushis and stuff. I would not be surprised if this is like shown around the world.
No
Well, for the
important
underworld
character I think
people.
is gonna die this arc. Like maybe Pedro dies or something like that, but like I don't see any of Luffy's crew or Capone's crew dying, just because like it's like the introduction to Capone. Like why would he die in like the same arc that we like finally get to see his powers?
But I'm saying Jinbei will, because essentially he's done everything. Like we've got to know Jinbei, we've seen his capabilities, and it's just like they can't get out of this arc with no one being sacrificed. Someone's got to die, man. That's just my opinion.
I think one of the biggest problems is that the people of Capone's gang think that they killed Bobbin.
Yeah,
And I don't think he's dead.
yeah.
And
Bobbin can't be dead.
because of that, Big Mom will know something that Capone is betraying him, and that will come all at a part of the tea party.
But I think she already knows, though, don't you think? Like, either to me, it's Big Mom's it's an all act at the moment. Like, she knows what's going on, in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, like, I'd be so disappointed if like Big Mom doesn't know what's going on. Like, she has homies like everywhere, without all around Whole Cake Island, that could easily like probably like relay a message back to her to kind of show what's going on. And it's just like, how would she not know? This is the girl that knows like where Zeph is right now in Paradise, and you're gonna tell me she doesn't know like what's going on like in her own island?
That's
Yeah, I
not
thought
even
that was
Paradise. He in the East Blue.
Yeah, I thought
Yeah,
it was
that's-
real fishy
yeah.
how she made Capone the head of security after just meeting him, pretty much.
Yeah, because that's what I think too. Like if you know what's going on, then yeah, you're gonna do stuff like that to get them to drop their own guard.
It's like exactly.
Now, if you knew what was going on, you would just stop it, though, wouldn't you?
No, you
No,
want them to play
that's what I
themselves.
But again, like I said, if we get the Denden Mushy stuff where it's gonna be broadcast around the world, imagine how much of a fucking idiot Capone could end up looking afterwards, where the whole world realizes like you got played like a fucking fiddle, and if anyone else wants to try this shit, that's what's gonna happen to you. And I wouldn't be surprised if Big Mom would be the type of person to do something like that.
Yeah, but why would they be broadcasting it though?
The underworld.
Think of almost like the Red
only thing I
Wedding.
can think.
Yeah, like think of the Red Wedding, like to send like because again, like Big Mom's like one of those type of people, like she wants the whole world to like all the races and stuff to be all together and stuff. So she would probably one of those people like, hey, I'm gonna like broadcast this, through the Mushies around the new world, so people can see like like what's going on. But then obviously with the twist in mind, something fuck up, whatever, and people are gonna be seeing it. Because remember, we saw with Caesar back at Punk Hazard, he was broadcasting the stuff with the smiley and all that. And I would think like maybe there's gonna be that kind of comparison. We might see that happen in this arc.
All I'm gonna say about that is like this whole situation is, can we all agree that Capone is probably like top 3 smartest supernova?
I would think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
I would agree with that.
Yeah.
All right, knowing that, why he had a plan to destroy Big Mom without Luffy or the Vinsmokes even being involved. So I have no idea what the fuck his plan is, but even that, on top of the fact that he has Luffy and the Vince Smokes, there might be a good chance that Big Mom gets taken out this arc.
I said in the
Of
preview
course.
that he probably has. I mean, he can have the the one with the apple juice.
Yeah,
Oh, you
yeah.
mean
mean,
Pound? Yes, Pound. Yeah.
What
Pound.
was that?
Pound with the apple juice. He might have some something up his sleeve because essentially no one like he may have a decent plan, but he's aiming for Big Mom herself, and essentially no one is able to take her out, even if you combine your strength. So he has to have some kind of ace up his sleeve, like Pound.
Yeah, I think it's gonna
Exactly.
be the Underworld Brokers.
I don't know because the way we've like I don't know someone I think there's a theory out there as well, especially because it's kind of similar to the whole Cruxes in Harry Potter, like the way that her souls spread out as well. Like, they're all over the place essentially. So it's kind of like it's going to be so hard to defeat Big Mom in the first place, and the fact that she's got information network that's crazy like that, like they'll bring you have to go to her weddings essentially, and also as well that the fact is like it's like she's a Yonko and it's her own place. Like, how is she not gonna know what's happening? And plus, she's heard of what Capone has done in the past. So it's like she must be already wary of Capone and like his fucking
His
yeah,
dealings.
exactly,
Yeah.
his dealings, like what he's done in the past. I'm sure people talk about Capone recklessly, like this guy, don't trust this guy. He's a savage. In the West Blue, he was taking out dons and shit. Like, you know what I mean?
I
And
mean,
everyone always brings up the Peckham's thing when they talk about Capone not being able to defeat Big Mom when he says don't underestimate Mama. But at the same time, you should never underestimate the Supernova, as we've seen with Luffy in every victory he's ever had.
Yeah,
Yeah, but those are
definitely.
commandos.
Right.
They're like Yonkos. This is not the same thing. Like it's like it'll take a lot more people.
well, we are
Yeah,
in
but
the
they have a lot of people. If they have the Vince Smokes, Luffy, Capone, and
Yeah.
Big Mom's crew is already nerfed, there's 2 commanders down.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like we can go back to like the whole thing with like Kaido and stuff when they're saying like you need legit the Supernovas, you need Marco, you need all the people
Yeah.
in Wano. Like to me, that in a sense that is a tad overkill. And even though Kaido, I would say probably over Big Mom, but even then, like that's so overkill. Like you would need legit like over like hundreds of thousands of people at least to try and combat Kaido.
Big Mom
Yeah,
is part of the Underworld, right? Or do we not know?
Because Peckins and Tamago have affiliations to the Underworld, I wouldn't be surprised if she like gets connections
Yeah.
through them.
I
Right.
think she
So
has
what I was trying to
dealings
say
in
is like, if the Underworld people have like a reason to like try to help them against Big Mom, if the plan's good enough, because like they probably want more control of the Underworld. Like if they can take down part of the other, you know what I mean?
I mean, they want to buy more
Hmm.
stocks, basically.
Yeah, they would get more control of the Underworld if they took out one of the big players in it. A huge
Yeah.
threat for them.
But like now, Dolphy's already out of the underworld, so it's like I don't know, taking down Big Mom's like this kind of. First of all, it's
Yeah.
so risky, and
Yeah,
secondly,
but
if it doesn't work out, the consequences are dire, mate. Everybody in the underworld's getting finished. That's for sure. Like they'll be
Yeah.
hunted.
What about
yeah.
Abdullah and G?
What'd you say?
Abdullah
Who?
and G.
Well, Abdullah and
Oh.
G, because they're talking about, I guess, from the chapter last week's when those like people that were like in the
Yeah,
background.
the turban. Yeah, it did look like Abdul and Jeet.
And then there was one character that really got to me a bit when DGK was showing me, but like there's one in the background. If you look at where the hand position is, it looks like it could be like a doodle of like Crocodile
Yeah.
with the hook and stuff. And I'm thinking like Crocodile has to, I think, possibly have like some kind of connection to this arc. You know, if he has, you know. But would he be working though with Capone? If that's what he means, like, yo, I have an offer you can't refuse because he has connections to people that might have ties with Luffy.
Well, what if we?
So like kind of, because you think about it, it's like who does really Capone have that's there that can convince Luffy, aside from what Jinbei's like words, to kind of get him to agree with the plan?
Well,
What about
You know?
Guido?
so we had a lot
Nobody.
of characters.
I just don't.
We had a lot
What
of
about
Yeah.
introduced in Dressrosa. So why wouldn't we have new characters introduced in the whole cake? A whole lot.
No, I'm saying we do, but we have at least that one character that's there that can kind of help Luffy, like kind of agree to work with Capone. Because I just can't see him just listening on just Jinbei's thing.
What about Guido?
Guido. You mean Gin?
No, Godzilla gun, the guy with the big hands. Capone's number
Oh,
one.
Oh,
got
Guido.
You
it.
mean Gotti.
Gotti.
Got it.
Gotti? I thought it was Guido. Oops.
Gotti.
Yeah, Gotti and
Vito-
Gotti's the one with the Gatling
Vito
gun,
is the
yeah.
other one.
Yeah,
AKA
I think
Yo
you mixed
Gotti.
their two names. It's Gotti and Vito, not Guido.
Yeah, so
Low key, it's Yo Gotti.
because he was the one that actually convinced Sanji to go along with Capone, so he might be the one to convince Luffy to join.
Oh,
them
you
as
mean
well.
Vito? You mean big hand vampire guy?
Yeah, yo, the big
Monster
guy,
Gun.
big hand, big gun,
Yeah,
Yeah,
Vito.
yeah, that's
Yeah.
Vito.
the Vito.
Oh man.
Yeah,
like-
Vito. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, like, I could see him talking with Sanji, maybe, but I mean, like, directly with Luffy, because Luffy's the one that's gonna be making these, like, this kind of ordeal going on. You know, he's the one that's gonna be coming up with the plan with Capone. You know,
Yeah.
Sanji's gonna have his input too because of his importance, but it's just like, I don't know.
I mean,
I think
Luffy
so.
coming up with a plan. I don't see that.
I think Sanji and Jinbei are going to be the most important for that because they always they think more like tactically, especially Sanji as well.
I think no, not Sanji. I think you have to give the credits to Jinbei for this one.
Yeah. I mean, obviously he created the meeting, but I'm saying the fact that Jinbei is not going to be enough for Luffy to agree to do this. Sanji has to say yes as well.
Well, he wants to save his family. Vito wants to save his family. And
Yeah, I mean, that's what I mean. It's going to happen. That's obvious. Yeah, I think Sanji will agree because the more the merrier.
Yeah, I mean, it's like people are. I don't know. I don't understand why people think that Luffy's gonna say no to the deal or that Luffy and Capone won't get along. Like, think about Law when we first met him. He was like this evil, fucking dark character that sent hearts to the government. Like, Oda's gonna redeem Capone in some way, I think.
Ooh, I don't
wait,
think
one second,
Capone's redeemable
Nikki,
though.
Nikki, before I say anything, I think Outer Haven left the call, so you want to go and
Oh,
save
okay.
him real
Oh, yeah,
quick.
shit. Give me 1 second.
Yeah, otherwise, you know, our Rouge in the weights gets jumped. But
Good point.
when did that happen?
I mean, I don't know, man. We were talking. The old Capone came through, and you know.
Oh wow, Capone is all powerful, man.
Capone's a savage, my friends.
Yeah, we got
inside of
35
his
watching.
castle.
Shout out to the 35 watching right now, because that's wow,
Thank you.
all-time high.
Appreciate the love,
think so.
people. Appreciate the love.
Yeah, but
I think you know what it is. I think it's because we brought Frube into the Grand Fleet,
Oh yeah.
most likely.
I think that Luffy will just agree with this
Bro.
with its plan just because he promised Sanji to help his family, and he understands that he needs the help from everybody, so that's why he's going to work together with Capone.
Yeah.
I mean, the whole thing with the Luffy is that he now has seen actually the power of Big Mom's crew alone already. Like, that's why he probably said yes from the moment Jinbei said anything.
Laz, is Our Haven back, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he returned
Okay.
from his hiatus. Yeah.
Yeah. Back from the
man.
dead. But yeah, it's kind of obvious though, because like, yeah, it's like, why would they say no? Like, I don't trust Capone anyway, because I think Law, because of his backstory, essentially that's made him more redeemable. Like, if you don't know anything about his backstory, I still think Law would be the same guy, really.
No.
Well, if I'm being honest here, I think the only one that is going to stop Capone and his schemes is going to be Luffy and not Big Mom.
No, I think it's Katakuri, man. Like, I don't care. When that guy comes through,
No, I mean,
shit
the
stopping.
method of killing the captain, right? He's going to try it on Big Mom. And if he succeeds, he's going to try it on Luffy later on. I think
Yeah,
Luffy
yeah.
is the one that's going to make him fail and not Big Mom. So hype Luffy.
And I don't
You
think
think
Luffy
that
FL.
Capone's gonna defeat Big Mom this arc? You think?
No
Well-
way.
I don't know. I'm
I'm not
leaning
sure
towards
if
it's not going to happen. I don't think it's going to work.
I'm not sure if Capone is going to do it, but I'm pretty sure Big Mom's going down this arc.
Yeah, the community is split 50-50 on it. The only reason I would be 100% for it if we didn't have like a max on how many chapters we have for the rest of the year. But since we know that there's only so many chapters left because we have to go through get started with Wano at the end of the year, I don't think that's gonna happen.
I mean, this arc can go
Also,
till
we got-
November with that. So.
We got to go through the
That's supposed to
Reverie
be-
first too.
Reverie, then Wano, and honestly, like I'm of the mindset that like we're probably gonna get into Wano. I would say maybe September, October-ish, because the way things are pacing going right now, it could legit end sometime in the summer, and then maybe we get like 4 or 5 chapters of the Reverie left on a cliffhanger, and then come back to it once we're finished up with Wano.
Yeah.
You know, because I feel like that's the style Oda's probably gonna go with.
I don't think Big Mom is going to go down, but she's going to get hurt somehow,
yeah, I can
some
agree
way.
with that.
But she's not going to get down. No.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it would be cool if Capone somehow knows about Big Mom's sickness and he uses that against her, so that like maybe he's the one that destroys the cake, and then like Big Mom goes in a rage and fights Katakuri, and that like brings both of them down, and then that just completely nerfs Big Mom's crew and makes it a little bit more.
Oh yeah, yeah, that'll be interesting to see.
If Capone, I mean, if Big Mom doesn't go down, just like no closure with the whole she'll kill Zeph and the Fishman Island thing.
That's why I think Jinbei is gonna die. That's why I say like there won't be closure.
Jinbei will not die, dude. There's no way.
Why do you want
I'm
Jinbei to
saying-
die so
No,
bad,
look,
Nikki?
okay.
Like,
Okay, everyone,
Jinbei
wait.
dies, he's dying in Wano. That's
No,
how I
let me
see
just-
Jinbei
Let
dying.
me
in
just see
Wano.
this, guys. Like, okay, we've got to the point. I love Jinbei as well, even though it sounds like I hate Jinbei. But I'm saying we've got to the point where we have seen Jinbei that he's like one of the most important characters. We've seen him help Luffy loads of times. We've seen how significant he can be to his Straw Hat crew. But we've also seen that Big Mom let the Straw Hats get that close to Whole Cake Island. The only way they're gonna get out was help of the Fishman. Because I don't see Capone helping them. Why should he? If he somehow takes down Big Mom, he'll find his own way out.
That's true. But don't they need Jinbei on the sea then? Like if he dies,
They do, but like at the same time, like there can't be no consequences for trying to stand up to a Yonko. People die, like there's no way. And plus, how are they gonna get off the island? The only people that can really help them is the Fishman, and Jinbei is the strongest out of all of them. So,
I think
to me, he's gonna have
people.
to make a sacrifice.
I mean, if they defeat
There
Big
doesn't
Mom,
have
they can just sail off the island.
Yeah, there doesn't have to be
But that's
like
not
as
gonna
many
happen, though.
deaths as you think. Like,
No,
you
it's
think
not
about it,
that many
like-
deaths. It's just one.
yeah, I know, but what I'm trying to say is that if you think about Luffy defeating Crocodile when he defeated him, you would really realize that it's not as big of a deal in terms of One Piece to defeat a Yonko at this point in the story.
Yeah.
Are you being serious? After 2 years of training, and the first thing you do is like you're
It's like
taking
because
down
then it's like
another
then it's like then it's
warlord.
so but then it's like it's so easy to say like yo she can go down after, and it's like again like we can understand like maybe like the actual Yonko and stuff, there's a power there might be like a ranking or an order and stuff, but it's the Yonko.
Yeah,
And that's a
exactly.
separation between them, the warlords and stuff. And I just like right now as Luffy is 1v1, I can't see him being Big Mom. 1v1 for Capone and Big Mom, I can't see Capone winning.
Not even
Well, I never said
Capone and
1v1.
Luffy.
Oh yeah, obviously.
Oh
I don't
yeah,
think
like
Capone's
in
gonna
groups,
be
like in
Big
groups, yeah, it
1v1.
could like because again, it's like you can do it in
Nah,
groups,
I
but I
still
feel
don't
like
think
if
so.
you do too many people adding into it, it's just like overkill.
Nah, it's not
Nah.
overkill. Like it's still
Nah.
gonna be hype, especially if like they. Hold on one second. I have to go do something. My bad.
All right, but I was gonna say, like, do you know how it wouldn't make sense? Because essentially, all you need is like an admiral and maybe some vice admirals, and you could take down Big Mom. You know what I mean?
okay, but
Like-
seriously though, like we have Rook's ability, we have Nami's weather manipulation, we have Luffy, we have Capone's plan, probably tied into Pound and his juice.
And the Vince smokes.
Yeah, I mean the Vince mode
But that's-
didn't participate.
That still shouldn't be enough, though.
I don't know. It was just like one army that took down Whitebeard's.
Why not?
one.
Because we
You
have
mean the whole of the Marines took down Whitebeard?
whole
Yeah,
no
that's
no
a
no.
whole army. They have all of German 66 and Capone and Luffy's crew, and they have the Fishmen. It's like there's a lot of people there.
It's not the whole.
So you're telling me they have admiral level people in the army? Is that what you're saying now?
They don't need admiral level people. Big Mom's crew is trash, and then all they have to worry about is Big Mom.
All right,
Nah,
this guy
nah,
didn't even
Devil
read.
Leg.
Nah, this guy's trolling.
Devil
This guy
Leg,
didn't
you,
even
you,
read.
you didn't even read the last chapter, bro. You don't know that,
Yeah,
that
exactly.
the ministers are just
be
tip of the
honest-
iceberg, bro.
That just means
Devil
it's
Leg,
more
I don't know.
trash.
We
You haven't
saw
heard.
from
Yeah.
Devil-
They just tip of the iceberg,
Devil
bro.
Leg,
She got more people.
I don't know. It might change your
She
opinion.
got more people stronger than them, bro.
What if I told you? What if I told you Big Mom has
Okay, but-
motherfuckers from Atlanta, 100 shooters in Atlanta? What are you gonna do?
Okay, but
I don't even know what that.
you see, guys, this is not Whitebeard versus the whole Marine ship. Capone
Yeah.
with his
Well,
plan.
Whitebeard was the strongest man in the world, though.
Also, don't forget that Capone. This is very important. Capone isolates the captain and takes the captain out with his crew. That's very important. He has the plan. Probably he's going to use the same method. If he succeeds and he's able to isolate Big Mom, we have Brook in there. And you know what I mean? It's not the whole crew. Like, it's not an all-out war. You can make an all-out war against Big Mom and win, but not against the crew. And that's what Capone's plan is based on.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It shouldn't be enough.
I don't think he's going to use
honestly.
the same methods that he's been using because Big Mom knows. So I think he's going to switch it up. If he
Plus, you
doesn't,
guys are
then
probably sleeping on Germa.
if he doesn't, then he's a fool,
Oh yeah, I definitely believe German's
and
being
his
slept
plan's
on.
definitely not going to work.
Dude, if okay,
I'm
I'll
still
give-
gonna say.
I'm sorry.
The-
Reiju, really? I'm gonna say she's the drummer slept on. Sorry to interrupt you, Maras, but
No.
that's too much.
Reiju and Yonji are trash. Right?
EGG, no, I'm telling you, EGG is going to be the sleeper. I've been saying it for so long and stuff. When we did like the whole Cake Island discussion back, a month or two back, I said EGG is going to be the biggest
And I
sleeper.
said Judge. I said Judge.
Yeah, so from those two,
That's
from those
just
two,
one,
they're gonna
though.
have something crazy.
That's just one.
Yeah, but but one person's plan can definitely change the outcome of a battle.
No, I mean
And
that's
which
one
can be-
person in terms of strength. Like Yonji is a scrub. Like Sanji beat him. Like they didn't even fuck with him that much, and he still. Lost.
Oh yeah, but I'm just saying from EGG because consider the fact that we haven't he's been the most quiet one of all the other members of the Vince Smokes.
Yeah.
Right. So he has to be formulating something. There's no way he's just getting like one sentence or two here and there. Like no, he has to be plotting something.
No, yeah, I agree with you, but I don't think that's enough. Like if before Reiju got fucking like owned by that evil bitch. But yeah.
Pudding.
Oh, man.
I didn't even want to say her name, but yeah, that evil bitch owned her. So it's just like, I can't respect the Vince Smokes anymore. It's just like they kind of lost it. Like I still give Ichiji some respect, but it's just like after that, it's like
And Niji.
White chocolate pudding.
nah.
I
I just think Ichiji's the one. Like Niji's is almost. He's just there.
But he almost one-shot your boy Sanji.
Yeah.
He didn't one shot nobody. Sanji just got. He was like, "Ooh, is that a breeze?" He likes.
Don't
the
you
breeze.
see Devil Eggs picture? Devil Eggs
Oh, yeah,
picture is
'cause
the
Sanji's-
fact. Come on.
Sanji was not even fighting back. Come on, we know.
In the
this.
manga.
That doesn't affect his durability. Never mind. Whatever.
Stop.
What was he? Was Sanji dead? Was his back broken? Nah, he got up. He was fine in it. So
He did get up though.
And he had
He
to
got up like
put a mask
30 minutes
on.
later.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, he was chilling. He was just like, "Oh, I'll sit on the ground, look up the sky, man. I'm in this
Yeah,
terrible
but his
situation."
face.
Come on, man. We've seen Luffy's face after seeing Nami. Like, come on, like, guys.
What's up, Draco?
Is that
up,
Drake?
man?
Is that Draco dial?
Yo,
Yo,
All I'm
you
telling
hear
you,
me?
yeah, what's up, Draco?
Draco,
All I'm trying to say is,
Yeah.
once Pudding fucking basically made Reiju look like a little bitch, it was over for me. Like the Vince Smokes lost my respect because Reiju was one-on-one with Ichigo. So
I still think people underestimate the clones of the Vince Smokes. I keep saying it, but the clones will definitely be so important in the
Yep.
end of this arc. People forget about this
I
because
agree.
Of course.
100%. Yeah.
Plus, how lame would it be if you introduced these like superhuman people that were genetically modified, but regular people are stronger than them?
yeah, exactly.
no, yeah, of course they're stronger than normal people, but everybody that's stronger than it's like they're already fodder, so it doesn't matter. You know what I mean? Like I don't think
No, I
they're
mean,
gonna be
like,
stronger than any of the
imagine if you
ministers.
Genetically modify somebody, but if you can get there if you just train, it's like, oh, well, there's no point in doing that.
Yeah,
yeah,
but they're gonna
probably
be the ministers.
stronger than 99% of the people.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's
like-
just average people. There's no average. We don't really see average people in One Piece, though. Really.
Yeah, but then again, we don't know what Judge does to these people. Like some genetic, like they tamper around with the genetics and stuff to make them even stronger, right?
Yeah, I guess, but it's like, do you think they're
So
stronger
they,
than
like-
the ministers? Because if they're stronger as the ministers,
I mean,
then
they're
that's a
definitely
problem.
stronger than the
The
ministers.
clones?
You think they're
I
stronger
want
than the
to- bro.
ministers?
Wait, the
think
clones
they-
are-
I think
Judge can take it to a new level, though. That's the thing.
I think they
I don't
could be-
agree.
We don't know what
No,
Judge
I
I'm
is.
really-
sorry. He said
No,
he's
no,
stronger
Nikki.
than the ministers. I'm sorry.
Nikki-
That's
Wait, are we
Nikki-
talking about the
blasphemy.
clones or are we talking about the Vince Smokes?
The clones.
Oh, the
No,
clones.
the-
No, I don't think they're stronger than the ministers.
Okay, thank you. That's it. Just clarify that. Thank
Okay,
you.
so Nikki, so where would you put the clones? Essentially,
They're above the pawns in that Big Mom has.
way
And,
above, Nikki, way above.
Yeah, way above. Yeah, of course. Yeah, sorry, way above.
Yeah,
but they're definitely under the ministers. That's kind of my level.
I
for them.
feel like the use of the clones, just like the number wise, there are a lot of them, so they're gonna flood you. It's not like they're powerful
Yeah,
individually.
yeah.
I mean, I said this a while
Draco,
back.
thank
I still stand by it. I think there are varying degrees to the clones because,
Yeah, I
like,
agree.
we know that the Vince Smokes, like Judge, Ichiji, Niji, Yonji, and Reiju, that they're the commanders. But where's that lower rank? Like, I think there's got to be some of them that are going to be
Yeah,
like
exactly.
lieutenants or
Exactly.
colonels or something.
Exactly,
But
and that's
how
why
strong is the strongest one? Sorry to interrupt, Maras. Let me just ask.
I
Um,
think.
the strongest one of those guys would probably be a minister, like minister level.
Yes, that's what I want to say.
Interesting.
Nikki, Nikki,
yeah, go
you,
on.
I already told you this once. You saw Star Wars, right? Attack of the Clones.
Yeah, I've seen Star Wars. Yeah.
When they came with those big amount of clones out of the airplanes, the other army was destroyed so easily. You have to compare this as well.
Nigga, they were robots, man. With
Yeah, but
like
these
they're
are
just
genetic clones.
Yeah, exactly. They were modified.
yeah, but the ministers are not robots. They're fucking people. They can think. They can think on their feet. They probably have crazy devil
Yeah, but
fruits.
you have
Like
to
we.
think about how many clones will attack you at once. You not can all just if they all come at you, you cannot just do just one attack. They're not having special hockey abilities, just like Luffy, just the king hockey, and just let them all go down. You have to think about that.
I get your point, but I think there's enough for the people to annoy those German soldiers. To be honest, like enough of the pawn soldiers would piss them off enough to like get rid of the lower ones, and then it's just like, you know what I mean?
Nah.
Like
What do you guys think about?
forgetting
What do you
how
guys
many,
think about Prometheus?
actually, sorry. We're forgetting how many ministers there are on this island, man. There's fucking loads of ministers. Like we're all on Whole Cake Island because Big Mom let us get there. They had to get through all these other different islands to get to Whole Cake Island.
I mean, there can only be like 35 ministers, can't there?
Yeah, but them all must be all pretty strong if they're guarding the fucking outskirts of the area. You know what I mean? No, like not one German soldier is going to be like able to take them like one of those guys down if they guard the entrance to Whole Cake Island. Come on.
We have the clone army, okay, but we also have the underworld brokers probably siding with Capone some one way or another.
I mean,
What do you
why
guys-
though?
What do you guys think about Prometheus and Zeus being canceled out by EGG and EG?
Yeah, I think that's possible. I don't see that why not.
Didn't Roger Space make a theory on that?
Yo,
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a good theory, but I think he. Well, who do you guys think the sword is going to fight? Napoleon.
Yonji.
Nah, I think Brooke.
Oh man. Yeah, I think Brooke would be the best matchup just because sword versus sword.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Wow. Just thinking about what I know for a fact that Big Mom is not gonna get killed.
Thank
Why?
you very much. Why?
I think she's gonna get no. I really think because there's so many hinting about the giants. She's gonna get killed. She's gonna get killed in Elbeth.
Oh.
It's a good one.
Okay.
So, but I mean, if Capone goes down this arc, that's very underwhelming.
Yeah, I don't. That's said Jimbei. Like I don't understand why people don't. I know people love Jimbei, but I'm telling you, he's
I'm not
going
a-
to die.
Hey Nikki. Hey Nikki.
Yeah.
So we're talking about Capone.
Yeah. What's up?
Why do you want Jinbei to die?
I don't want Jimbei to die. I'm
Man,
just saying.
That's a
there's
stream for
certain, like,
itself.
There's okay. Yeah, I'll save that for another stream, but it's gonna happen, people. You heard it here first. Nikki.
Well, here's
I agree with Nick.
I said that 10 times. And
Thank
Wait.
you, Draco.
There's the thing. Wait. Not just put it in the chat right now. The mere fact that Big Mom wants the clones means that they have a lot of value and they do train every day.
That's true.
So that changes because here's the thing. Look, let's say like these guys are going to be going up against the enraged army, right? They were able to take them out. After the enraged army, who's there? Like who's above the enraged army in terms of the positions?
The ministers. Have you seen like
Right,
Mont Dio's
right,
crazy
right.
powers?
Right. So what to say that, let's say like the people who are going to be showing up, like the guests and whatever, or like, the other Straw Hats or like Capone's crew, they should be able to, at least be able to keep them busy, the other ministers and stuff, so that, the Straw Hats or whatever don't have to worry about the enraged army because the Smokes are going after them. If we're going to say like a 3v1.
And
You know what I'm
there's
saying?
some
That's
ministers
true.
inside the Enraged Army.
You say what?
There are ministers inside the Enraged Army, like because Opera and not Brule, Galette were ministers.
Right.
And
So even then,
Mondor is a minister too.
Yeah.
right. Yeah. So that keeps them busy and stuff. So I could see that where like the clones and stuff could keep the enraged army and some of the ministers busy, while the other affiliates and stuff could be able to take on like like the Yonko commanders and stuff to keep them busy, so they can figure a way out to get to Big Mom. I could see that happening because that would be importance at least for the clones. They could be used so they don't have to worry about every single person that's coming through that's beneath the Yonko commanders and certain prime ministers.
But I get like the point I'm trying to make as well is the fact that we still got Katakuri, we still have Smoothie, and then I don't think Cracker's like just is left the arc. He's still there. He'll be back. Like so, you still got those 3 commanders left to fight, and
Yeah.
Tamago essentially as well.
That's if
Yeah, also-
Big Mom didn't kill him.
Yo,
Huh?
That's if Big Mom didn't kill him for like,
Kill who?
not
Tamago.
failing. No, I'm talking about Cracker.
she didn't
Nah,
kill
we would have
Crack.
seen that. We would have seen that. To be
Yeah.
honest, I believe that's possible. I do think she does kill her commanders that fail, but if we
I
didn't
feel
see
like
it, I don't think it's
Capone's
happened.
plan will bypass all those strong individuals and aim straight for the head. So, like
Yeah.
those guys shouldn't be that much of a factor because his plan should be a way of him to like avoid them and get to Big Mom directly. And by the time they probably get there, he should be done with what he wants to do if it works.
Yeah, but even
Yeah,
if
they
you
could-
get to Big Mom, she's Big Mom. Like do you know what I mean? It's like nah, it still
Yeah,
won't be
I know.
enough.
But
Right.
then yeah,
So,
if you say that, yeah, but then I feel like his plan is not gonna deal with this Katakuri, Cracker, or Smoothie. They're gonna bypass
Yeah, I don't.
them.
Yeah, I get your point, but I mean, the Vince Smokes are gonna have to fight some people. Luffy and them
Oh, yeah.
are gonna have to fight some people. Like,
well, John said in
No.
the comments that it was clearly said that was it clearly said? Read it again. Ministers are strong, but there are stronger guys in the underworld.
What I think is gonna happen is that Capone is gonna get a shot, like a clean shot at Big Mom, but he's gonna mess up, and afterwards all hell's gonna break loose, and that's when they're gonna
Yeah.
escape.
Hmm.
Like
Like,
he's gonna get to a point where he might do some damage to Big Mom, but he's gonna do something that will like mess up his
Piss him
plan.
off.
Could you imagine whatever he's plotting? It's gonna end up destroying the cake itself. That's what's gonna cause
Yeah.
Big Mom to go and kill him.
Yo,
I don't know. For some reason, I see that box blowing up the cake.
I
yeah,
know,
I was
but
gonna say we forgot about the box.
oh, wait. I gotta talk about this real quick because a guy by the name of Franklin, he tweeted me on Twitter, and he was showing me that this picture back at Fishman Island, where we're talking about the box and stuff, and then Neptune was asking like, "Oh, you're sure the bomb's not going to explode?" And they said, "Don't worry about it. In the Ryukyu Palace, it's so hot inside there that the bomb itself would kind of like regress, and like it would pretty much like take out like whatever energy inside of the bomb to prevent it from exploding." So it could be possible that the bomb itself is actually a dud right now.
Nah, that would be
dud.
so underwhelming. That
Yeah,
would be
exactly.
So underwhelming.
That's a
I
big
don't-
plot
hey.
device.
Right, but it's in the manga, bro. Like there's a chance it could be a dud right now.
yo, what if at the moment that Capone want to take his shot and Lola is there and she get killed at that moment?
Oh wow.
That's possible.
Wow.
Lola's gonna show
Yeah,
up. you think?
Lola gonna jump in at that moment that he's trying to take that shot and she take the hit for Big Mom.
Wow.
Oh, that would be kind of depressing, actually.
Yeah.
And that triggers
That'd
Big
be
Mom actually.
Also, Jinbei can die, but Lola, wrestling.
No, I'm not saying. But I say
think it triggered him.
Jinbei's death will be
I think it
depressing
triggered him.
as well. It'll be like one of those heroes' deaths. They'll be like,
Know your
I gotta
priorities.
stay. I gotta stay to save everybody. And
Because
everyone's like,
there were
"No."
so many talking about Lola and we never saw Lola again. So there should be a point that Lola would come in, and I think it could be while Tea Party is going on.
We still
I
need
used to
that
think
question
Lola's
answered too,
coming.
man. How did she get that Vivid card?
Oh yeah, true. We haven't, there's a lot of questions. Yeah, you're right about that.
Oh, I'm gonna link in the chat the.
I
thing
think
I'm talking
Pudding
about.
gave it to her.
Yeah.
To help
How
her.
did she get it?
Is it to help her?
Yeah, to help her. Just because
How did Pudding get it?
yeah, she stole it
She could've
probably
made
from
it.
Big Mom.
We don't know how they're made. She could have made it.
True.
Yeah, I just posted in the chat right now the panel I was talking about with the bomb.
Mhm.
Again, that is a possibility, but yeah, is there anything else you guys want to talk about quick? Because I think we've probably been on for a little while, so probably start wrapping up soon.
Okay.
But, I mean, we haven't talked about like scratching a poo as well. I mean, is there any thoughts you guys have on it?
I
What do you
think
guys
they-
think about? What do you
I
guys think
think
about
he's to be
Vito
quite-
saying that the Vince Smokes are his heroes?
I mean, it
they're
could be a
comic
plot-
book characters, right?
I mean, it could be used like he's gonna try. Let's say if he decides to betray Capone and stuff, it's like because like they're my heroes, or maybe he was like working inside like an inside job, and he's actually working with the Vince Smokes.
He may have.
Like again, betrayal could be is still gonna be a massive thing in this arc.
I think he may have. Was Vito around in pre-time skip? Because he may have recruited Vito for his plan to work.
I mean,
I
we
never
didn't get to
thought.
see like any characters like looking like Gotti or Vito from his crew like back at Sabaody.
Well,
So it could be
anyway,
a possibility.
Capone is a very interesting character, nevertheless.
Yeah.
Mm.
But on Scratchman Apu, I think he's pretty. I don't know. He's such a weird character because like the whole music thing. Because at first I thought he was gonna be fodder, but then when he started attacking Kizaru, yeah, that made me laugh so much. I was like, this guy actually isn't bad. So I don't know. It'll be interesting to see how far he can go. To be honest, because if
I
you
feel
think
like
about,
he's like a Capone type as well. Like he can think on his feet. Like if he betrayed Kid for Kaido, he knows his position. And he knows that hey,
I don't.
it could be the long way of achieving things. I don't have to fight him right now.
I get your point, but he reminds me more of like in the old medieval times when they had like a jester.
Oh yeah,
The king
troll.
used to have a jester.
Yeah.
Yeah, like that's what he reminds me of, a trolley guy of like he'll dance for you and clap his instruments, but he'll kill you as well, if you know what I mean. So
I'm getting like Toby vibes from him, like in Naruto. Like he from the outside he looks like he's dumb, but he actually knows what he's doing. He's messing with everyone.
exactly.
Yeah, I was gonna say, can you imagine though with Apu? Because you remember how he tried to attack Kizaru back at Sabaody and stuff, right? And we actually like, I'm like, going back then, we actually thought he took him out. Because can you imagine if he has hockey and he's able to actually hit him with hockey? That should be able to do some damage.
Some serious damage.
Yeah,
I just think that Apu can incorporate hockey into his sounds.
I think he could. I think he actually could. Because if that could be the case, that's pretty insane. Like that puts Apu on a whole different level.
I actually think he's probably the most slept on supernova out of everybody. Like him and
I
Bonnie.
think so too. Yeah.
True. Yeah.
Like it's a
Bonnie.
Like,
I don't know.
sorry.
I don't know.
You go.
In combat, I would say so. Yeah.
No, Apu would be. I think Apu would beat Bonnie in combat. Yeah.
Yeah. I think he would as well. Because he fights from long distance and not going to be anywhere near her.
Exactly. And essentially, he's got the capabilities of doing like long attacks, short attacks. I think eventually he could probably do an island level attack, if you know what I mean. That could affect everybody on the island because of his devil fruit ability.
Yeah. Hey, you know what? Like I can see that happening, man. It's just like, again, a lot of these supernovas, like they're being slept on. Like they're not given the credit that they should be due. But like, the minute they pop up, everyone's gonna be like, "Oh shit! Remember when we talked about this guy? And like he was hype and shit." Like it's gonna happen.
Because he's from the same place where Brook was where Brook was, right?
Well, he's from the Long Arm tribe, right? But like, it's because what we know with the other characters we've seen, like they're from the North, from the South Blue. He's just straight up from the Grand Line.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was interesting about it.
Yeah, because he's the only one of them, I'm pretty sure, that just says Grand Line. Because the Rouge is just from the Sky Island.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
With his tiny little wings.
but yeah, is there any other one you want to talk about or that we haven't touched
did
upon?
we mention Rouge? I think we touched on him, but like we didn't really talk about him much because obviously he's got the whole Sky Island vibe. So like the whole story, because wasn't there a story about one of the Sky Islanders defeating someone before, like NL?
Yeah, it's with the Naru, yeah. It was hinted that he's the Burka that fought him.
Exactly. So that's quite interesting as well because I still think he's overhyped, but at the moment, to me, he's probably the strongest supernova at the moment because he's the only one that's taken down the commander.
Well, from physical strength, I would definitely put him as the number one.
Yeah.
Do
Exactly.
you think that Snack is dead or?
I think Snack is injured.
It's so tough to say, man. Like, because I think we would have known something by now about Snack. So the fact that we haven't heard anything, it's like,
is Bobbin dead?
Yeah, she would have said like he killed Big Brother Snack. And then
no, Bobbin is not dead.
Bobbin's dead. Yeah, Bobbin's not dead, and I don't think Snack is dead. I think Snack is dead though.
I feel like.
Is it by Rouge's hand or is it gonna be by Big Mom's hand?
Nah, I think by Big Mom's, like, because once you fail a Yonko, especially against the supernova, I think
I hope not, bro, because that would make her so retarded. I don't like that.
Yeah, I don't think she killed her kids because they fail. I just don't think like she's like, oh, you did it right.
Because then Cracker should be killed as well, Nikki.
If she killed.
Exactly.
No, but Cracker's.
But she killed him in an outrage.
Like, think about it this way, right? Cracker got put in a position where he was nerfed. Essentially, like he couldn't hurt Luffy. Like, if he was allowed to kill Luffy, then Luffy would be dead.
That's like Hit. That's like Hit not be able to kill in a Dragon Ball Z tournament. He couldn't kill, so he's not as good as he at his best.
I don't feel like Big Mom.
Well, we don't know what happened with Snack either, so I mean.
Yeah, but
that's why I think
he still be alive.
Why?
No, but
no,
because like, come on.
Because we would have heard something by now about Snack. What's going on? Because they could have done something. They could have done something where like he was in the infirmary or something where he passed by and he's near the infirmary. Like, no, we got nothing out of him. So it's just like this speculation. He could be dead. He's somewhere else. We don't know.
Yeah, like
feel like
obviously
he's
there's
still
no
alive.
proof. But it's just
Snack-
essentially, I think he's dead. To be honest, Snack's probably dead.
If he's alive, I feel like Big Mom will give him one more chance to like redeem himself. Like when all goes down,
I think
he'll fight Sanji. Sanji will beat him.
I think we will find out. Probably we'll be sitting down somewhere in the back in a wheelchair, sitting all fucked up, bandaged and stuff, and like sitting there like.
Do we know
How
when
long has it been
fight
like, since the fight? Like
It's been like
he might not be as messed up.
it's been like at least what 20 plus chapters, maybe like 15, 20 at least.
Yeah, but do we
And
like
in
know
time-
that like the day when like Aruj came and just like beat him and then he left?
Well, it wasn't that
Or do we
long
just know
because
he
you
had
saw
Essentially-
Uruj was still.
like
Yeah, we know
factor in
Aruj
it's
is
been
alive,
11
but he has
hours.
injuries.
Well,
Yeah, but when he was injured, you saw him, and after that, we went quite quick. After that, when we saw with the thing with Kaido when he was sitting
Yeah,
there.
because that happened during the time skip. Because that whole fight happened during the time skip, and then afterwards, like since time's passed, like he could be either dead or if he's in a coma. Again, I'm saying Rouge is not scary, bro. If he can put you in a coma, it's over.
Coma, man.
Yeah.
How do we know that happened during the time skip?
Because that's what they explain. Like during the time, like Brule was the one that spoke about it.
Yeah, because
Didn't she say
essentially
it happened like recently?
I thought as well it was recently.
Yeah, I thought she even said like how long ago it was.
That's what I'm asking.
Recently was Capone.
No. Because why I was saying this, when Aruj was sitting on his cloud and Kaido came, and he jumped off the cloud and landed on the island of K. Aruj was all banded up, and that's right before we went to Whole Cake Island.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
but there's no
shouldn't
time
be that
limit
long.
to that though. There's no time limit for that though, is there?
Well, it would happen.
There kind of is.
If it was during the 2-year gap, that means that he would be injured for all of Fishman Island, all of Dressrosa, all of Zoe until now.
Yeah, no way.
Yeah, that's a fair point. But I don't know, because Oda can be funny, if you know what I mean. He could like change up the whole time.
He's either, so we can just say he's either dead or like he lost his position. Like,
or maybe
yeah, he's definitely. I think he's dead though, but I know he's definitely lost his position. There's no way he should lose to a supernova like that. Like, I know we're gonna bring up Cracker and stuff, but at least he had the VV card against him. He had another like Nami doing that stuff. He couldn't kill Luffy.
But I don't.
He had so much
You
shit
mentioned
against
that,
him.
but I don't think Big Mom is listening to excuses. Like if you failed, you failed.
Yeah, I mean, like
I think with Aruj, the way he lost it because Aruj is stronger with more hits, so maybe he kept hitting him with physical attacks, and Aruj was like, "Thanks, man," and he just like probably just punched him and then got rid of the snack, or she. We don't know what it is, but maybe something like that happened. Or Aruj,
Not only that,
I don't know about, and he used that.
and I think I remember Big Mom saying when she was speaking of Snack being taken out, she's like, "My precious Snack" or something like that. Like I won't be able to eat his stacks anymore or something. Like I can't remember exactly, but
No, I think she was talking
Like,
about an island that got destroyed, and then she won't be getting snacks from that island no more.
oh, that was when we first saw Bobbins. I was talking about more recently when they were talking about Snack.
I can look it up and try to find it for you guys.
I
if you
think
want.
isn't the only person talked about Snack is Brule though.
Brule, yeah, that's what I remember.
Yeah, that's
I don't
what I'm
remember
saying,
Big
like-
Mom ever talking about it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He's probably dead, or okay, the most he's probably in the dungeon chilling, just eating his own snacks.
That one.
I mean, did Rouge beat up Snack the level Kaido beat up Kid? It's OP.
No,
Well, no, I'm
it
not
was
gonna
a
say
high
that.
fight, it was a tough
Come
fight.
on, now. That's why I'm talking about this over hype of Uruj. Like he isn't.
Exactly.
But maybe
I'm with
Aruj,
you,
maybe
man.
Aruj had a fight like
Yonko
maybe
Commander,
like,
bro.
No,
But
he's
maybe
number
like
one now,
Doflamingo- but maybe like Doflamingo and Luffy was like a fight for like Aruj and Snack.
Yeah.
I don't
yeah.
know.
You see, you said, well then Ryan said, sorry, John said Rouge broke,
Wow.
Rouge broke his mind.
Yeah, definitely. He doesn't remember how long he's been out.
We all know that Kaido survived the jump from Sky Island because Rouge prayed for him.
Bro, them prayers, man. You better start praying. Survive anything.
That's a good.
Yeah.
Just
Nikki,
'cause
I think we should probably wrap it up soon.
Okay,
So,
cool.
We,
You sure?
we still
I
have,
mean, I think we've been talking for a while. I mean, like when the chapter itself comes out, we got new information.
Oh
when
yeah,
it
true.
drops
Solely
up.
tomorrow.
well, we still have law though.
Oh yeah, law. But law is just
Law, we
godly.
law, we kind of
Law is
already know.
godly,
Like we already
yeah.
got. I think law has to be an exception too, since we saw so much. Like, I don't know. Like, I think we probably put into the side.
All right.
Like
So as
all
the
I can
last
say, like
Did
of
you guys
all
talk
his-
about Killer yet?
Do you guys think that like
Oh.
Zoro and Killer are behind all the captains, or are they like some of them they're stronger than some?
Wait, so from a fighting standpoint?
Yeah, like what do you guys?
Are they on the same level?
Yeah, like I feel like
I think Zoro.
Zoro is behind.
I think they should be, but they probably
Yeah.
won't be though.
Exactly.
I have in the
that's
back
what
of my
I'm
head
saying.
that Killer might be above Zoro.
Yeah, I think
Not
Killer's
by
above
much,
Zoro.
by a little bit.
Killer is slept on as well. Like when you're talking about slept on Supernovas.
I keep telling
Yeah.
people, what didn't you see that man's triceps at that meeting? He looked
Like,
disgusting.
listen,
Those veins, man.
I'll give him credit. I'll give him credit. He fought Rouge before he went for Arm Day. You know, so I'll give him credit there. And then he came back, and now he's got the biceps, bro. I don't know.
I'm gonna say it now. I know this is
He
trolly,
probably
but
looked at Rouge
Killer
and was
could
like, "Yo, I
beat
want that
Rouge.
kind of body."
Killer.
Yeah,
could
like was he
beat
super
Rouge.
skinny at first?
Yeah, he was very skinny, like agile.
Yeah, he was like, yeah, like he needed some meat.
Maybe he got that a Rouge trainer. Rouge said, "You want this body, man? Come to the Sky Island. I'll show you how to get this."
Yeah, exactly.
Rouge gave him
All right.
supplements. Yeah.
Well, thanks.
Okay, I can believe that. Rouge taught Killer how to get hench.
Just want to ask you guys, since we're also talking about the story, where do we see Rouge in the story in terms of?
He dies next arc.
Yeah, he does
Nah.
next arc. I don't. That's quite interesting. I don't know where I would see him. What do you think, guys?
I mean, maybe he'll show up, maybe like an Elbaf. I don't know.
I
Because unless we get all this, oh, no, go.
I think we should see a Rouge again when we see Enel again. I don't know, just me, but I think that'd be kind of cool.
Maybe Wano. I know it sounds like a lot of supernovas
Yeah.
in Wano, but
Because I know the theory about people saying that all the supernovas are going to show up at Wano, which probably obviously you have to be there then.
Yeah, Kid is already there, so
But that would be
Yeah.
for all of them just to go like attack Kaido or just go to Wano. I mean, I don't think that would happen. Right, there would be no reason for them all.
Well, again, they could do like a whole Sabaody thing, like all of them join up as Sabaody. They could do the same thing again in Wano.
Yeah,
Or who
'cause
knows?
we know,
Wait,
we know
is
Luffy, Zoro.
yeah, isn't it Drake, Luffy, Zoro, Killer,
What?
Kid, Law?
Hawkins.
Apu.
Wait, is it confirmed that Hawkins is there, or we just don't know where Hawkins is? But it's
Oh,
Hawkins
don't
is
know.
MIA. Yeah, he was
He was there at the meeting.
No. For the meeting, no, because they were back at his hideout. We don't know if he actually was on the island where Kid got, the actual island, the Winter Island.
Apu. What do you
Oh,
guys
not
think about-
that. Yeah, not that island. Yeah.
You mean Apu? I mean Hawkins. Hawkins wasn't there.
You
Apu,
know,
I
I
don't know.
mean, I'm saying
did.
when Kaido jumped down, it was Hawkins, Apu, and Kid, right? And
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
if you mean that, yeah, they
yeah.
were there.
So
but I thought
to
you
me,
meant
it's
to the
obvious.
imprisonment.
Like to me, it's obvious that he's recruited every single one of them except for Kid. Maybe not Killer either, but the other ones that got recruited definitely, like Apu.
Well, Apu right now is
Well, most of
enjoying
them
the
should be
freedom
there.
of a Yonko flag.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, I don't think Kaido would be like, yeah, man, you can just leave. It's cool. You ain't gotta fight.
Yeah.
Just go. Yeah.
No, because like to me, like Kaido's gonna be the type of guy. He's gonna be waiting at the front door of Wano, getting ready to fight the Supernovas.
He's pulling out Akuma. He's just sitting there by his ships, like, yeah, man, I've been waiting for you for these like last 3 years. Man.
He's gonna
Yeah.
be like, I was
ready
gonna
for
look
the
for
show.
you, Law and Luffy, but you guys came to me. I was like,
Exactly. Yeah.
So do you guys think then that because we're talking about the supernovas that, like for example, they get away, Capone is going to join as well with Luffy then to Wano?
No, I don't know why.
I
I just
think
don't
I'm
think.
gonna have to deal with the whole cake thing, 'cause there's no way like that's gonna go down, and then
Yeah. So not all of them will go to Wano.
Yeah.
So I don't think Capone's gonna go to Wano. I mean, he can't right now. For me, I just think why would he go to Wano after he's gonna assassinate or claim to assassinate?
Yeah. No. But I'm just saying because we're saying like all the supernovas will be on Wano. That's why I was saying like, do you think that?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
No, I'm just saying most of them. Like personally, I think the ones you mentioned already will be there, but Capone, maybe Bonnie, were the only two I don't think will be there.
I'm still holding down Bonnie showing up in Wano, man.
Nah, I don't think Bonnie will show up.
Yeah, that's
Me neither.
maybe I don't think so. Yeah, it's
I think so,
possible,
man. Like,
but I'm
What
not
if
sure.
Bonnie Big Mom's daughter?
Yeah.
because if she doesn't show up in Whole Cake Island, she's gonna have to show up in the next arc. Because I can't see her being at the Reverie by any means.
What
I
if
was
they
thinking
all,
maybe.
What if Capone can turn into like a gigantic battleship and they all riding him to Wano?
He should drown,
Yo.
regardless.
No, but
He's using his deadlift.
But like, I don't know. If the man doesn't have a fruit, he's just naturally fucking like a natural born demon. Because I've seen what people are saying, like some crazy shit. Like he's gonna go to Fishman Island instead to go and get Shirahoshi, based on like Drake bringing caribou and him spilling the beans about Poseidon. And then when he finds out that he's gonna be like she's actually gonna be at the Reverie, right? He's going to jump from within Fishman Island out of the water, and he's gonna be at Mary Joie.
So he's gonna this is that one jump. He gonna
The calves.
Yes, bro.
gonna pull a carrot.
He's gonna defy. Yeah, he's gonna defy logic. He's gonna jump from the water, and he's gonna actually show up at Mary Joie. Like I've seen people saying crazy shit like that, but it's Kaido. Like we don't know, man. If he's a natural born demon,
Whitebeard.
he shouldn't have to worry about drowning.
That was the guess he would just jump to Whitebeard. I know it's a joke.
I mean,
There's a lot of signs pointing to Zoe. That's possible.
yeah, it's only, but like, could it like, because again, like, because they could touch upon races and stuff, and it'd be like interesting to see that like he's like this because not because of a fruit, because he's he's a demon, like whatever like his race is or like his genetics are to the point where like he can't be able to die because it's how he was born.
My favorite theory about Kaido is the one that says he's a dragon naturally born and that he ate the human Oni fruit.
Yeah.
Okay. But then but a different model, because obviously it's like with Chopper already has it.
Right, exactly. Like Sengoku has a human Buddha fruit, and Kaido would have the human Oni.
Okay.
What if, I heard that Kaido and Mori from the same island because they both have horns. Do you guys think that's true?
Yeah, I think they're from the same place, Moria and Kaido.
Yeah.
Morio's horns were really small though.
I mean, he's just a slow grower. Like, you gonna hold that against him now? Like,
and he's smaller than Kaido, so I wouldn't see him having huge horns.
I mean, he's quite big for like a character in general, though. He was a fat bastard, that guy. So. You know.
What if Kaido's like that because of his mace? You know the mace he has. Maybe like that's a curse mace.
Well, that's another theory of why he would be Oni, because that mace is exactly the kind of mace that an Oni would carry in the Japanese culture.
Yeah.
What if he's only god fruit and he's the first god tier fruit?
God tier fruit? No, I mean Sengoku has a god fruit and it's still a mythical zone.
Well, the theory about him being a dragon and getting the human Oni fruit would also explain his hard skin, because dragons have naturally hard skin.
Yeah, because there's so much different symbolism between him, like being a dragon, and there's also symbolism between him being an Oni. It's like the perfect way to combine the two.
Wow.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm thinking outside the box. Kaido was trained by Ignell.
All right, Malik, you gotta leave the call, bro.
Yeah, I know. Like we don't mention fairy tale in here.
Yeah,
like,
don't
there's a reason
Don't be
Steve
doing
used to.
that.
What did Steve used to say? What background did you have, Steve? Of Guild Darts. That's what.
Oh, the fucking Shanks ripoff. Yeah.
Yeah, Shanks. Like, we don't talk about fairy tale in here. No fairy tale.
Okay.
Please.
Yeah, I'm with the fairy tale. I don't like it.
I won't lie. I hate read it because I have. I'm like I have to finish to see what happens.
I hate read it.
Yeah.
Read it?
Fairy tale is all right, man. It gets a bad rep.
All right, back to One Piece. Yeah, back to One Piece. No more cancerous topics. But yeah, since we touched upon most of the supernovas, right, is there anything else you guys want to add in?
The last person we'll talk about a bit is Killer. That's it. Just the
yeah.
Oh yeah. We'll get Killer and we'll wrap it.
Guys, let's
So
just go in a row.
What do you guys think of his origins and stuff? Of Killer's origins?
Killer?
Nah,
I mean, like
he
he's
has
a
that
third eye. Yeah.
Yeah, that third eye, man. It's confirmed.
I
What,
hate
like
that.
pudding? No, don't say that.
I still remember the one
Where's
saying that he
Killer
was
from?
Sanji's
Possible.
brother.
Yeah, that's
Why do
the
you
thing
guys
I'm
think he
asking.
has a third eye?
I mean, it's convenient
it was
for
a-
kid.
It was just a theory that the community made that he had a third eye and that's why he has the mask. I don't like it, but some people
But
You know
think
what?
it's
I think
no
he wears the
hole,
mask because like
right?
he was beaten as a kid,
It
so he
makes
has like
sense.
multiple scars
It
on his
gives a
face. and
reason
shit.
for the mask.
Because before it was all the theories that was it hit Killer and Bellamy were actually the ones that were Sanji's
Yeah, yeah.
brothers, and
Yeah,
then that died out very quickly. But
I mean,
I
yeah.
essentially,
always
do you
thought the
think?
Bellamy one was pretty dumb, but I
I
think
mean,
it's
Although,
very
those,
possible. I think it's very possible
yeah,
Killer could be like a failed experiment of the Vince Smoke. Still, I'm still clinging on to that one.
yeah, literally, I was about to
okay.
say
Where is
that.
he
Yeah,
from originally? Is it
He's from
South
the
Blue,
South
right?
Blue as well. Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know
So
how
maybe
they
they
can
shipped his
defeat him.
ass off to the South Blue because he's like, yo, these guys garbage.
They punted him. They
Go live
punted
a
him, bro.
kid. Oh man. I don't know, like kid, because like,
yeah,
because again, if he has the mask, he might have like multiple scars on from like beatings he took, back in the day and stuff or whatever. Like, I don't know, it could be like a thing like he's embarrassed with the scars he has on him, so that's why he rocks the mask. Like, it could be something like very simplistic.
yeah. Because I just like because he's such a weird person as well. The way he fights with like a what is it automatic chainsaw, I'll call it. Like, yeah. So it's kind of insane.
Rotating
Like
knife.
yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Killer's going to be interesting too. Eventually, when we get to Wano, just kind of see like what he's going up, what he's doing. I remember seeing people saying that he might show up at the at Whole Cake Island to go and try and like talk to Luffy about helping out with Kid.
I can see
Killer's gonna
that.
be a fucking monster. He's a Zoro
Yeah.
matchup, bro. He's
Yeah,
gonna be so
definitely.
strong.
Almost like a.
People don't see that. It's
Shuri.
weird.
I'm still of the mindset that he's going to end up like stealing or like getting a like possession of like one of the Wasemono swords, and he's going to be placing it inside the blades that he has with his not his tonfas, but like the thing that he has connected to his arms.
Yeah.
Is he even a swordsman? Like, 'cause he
I
didn't
mean,
use
I mean,
swords.
yeah,
He's
that'll be his-
basically a swordsman.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's just like his style of sword fighting.
Yeah. I think basically what's gonna happen is when they get to Wano, it's gonna be like Killer's gonna meet up with Luffy, and he's gonna like help the Straw Hats get to Kaido so that Killer can free Kid himself.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I like the theory of someone getting captured, and then they have to free them, and they see Kid in there as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I made
That's
that
pretty
theory.
interesting.
No,
Oh, you made it?
Yeah,
I didn't make it, but I said that before.
oh man,
Well,
but yeah,
like I
Because
said,
to me, it's foreshadowed. Like he was fighting Uruj pre-time skip people. That's what I'm gonna say. Like Uruj is overhyped, but like all I'm saying is Killer was fighting him. Like
well, like I said a while ago, that kid's gonna help Luffy, and when Luffy becomes Pirate King, is gonna keep competing with him to get the Pirate King status. I think, well, obviously, Killer is probably gonna fight Zoro in those battles.
And who's that swordsman guy on Blackbeard's ship? He was with was it Shiryu?
oh shit,
Yeah,
yeah.
What if Killer and Zoro have to like fight him like together? Something.
I don't know.
I
I'd rather
wouldn't
see
like
like
that.
1v1 fights.
Nah,
Yeah.
1v1, 1v1.
Yeah, when it comes to
Yeah.
Blackbeard, it's definitely going to be 1v1 fights.
Yeah,
As
it has to be.
far as Wano goes, I definitely think it's going to be a bunch of team fights.
Yeah,
I don't have a
definitely.
problem with that at all. I think that's definitely like refreshing and cool. But
Yeah. I think like the only one that would require like like their own 1v1 fights would like obviously Luffy's gonna be playing with the Supernovas, but if it had to come down to it, then I wouldn't mind seeing him facing Kaido. But then obviously the most logical one is the Shogun versus Zoro.
Do you think that's gonna
yeah,
be 1v1?
I still think it might be
That's
like
not gonna be
Zoro
1-on-1.
and Law
That's
versus.
not.
Yeah, it has to be because the Shogun has to be like top 5 swordsman in the series. Like
Yeah, at
people
least.
see that, like, they think Zoro's gonna have 1v1, but I feel like it's highly possible that he will need help. with that
Has
fight.
Mihawk-
crazy?
it's not even possible. It's like 90%. It's not possible.
Yeah.
Like,
90.
Has
I'm being
Mihawk
serious.
I know, Nikki, I know, I agree with you.
It's like an island of swordsmen. Like he shouldn't be like he should be like the 10th strongest guy when he gets there, in my opinion. Like
has Mihawk ever been a Wano and never like met the Shogun?
He mentioned
I mean, we
something
don't know in the
on Wano.
story, but like we have to assume since he's the strongest swordsman that he's fought most of the top swordsmen.
Yeah, I would have to meet him. Like, hey, I'm the like I don't
Yo.
think he just title from just fighting Shanks. Like he would have to fight other great swordsmen.
Isn't Wano like a closed country? Like people can't go and search for Mihawk to fight him.
No. It's like Wano's like known to people, but like no one dares to go on it. Like we know with like the Marines, they refuse to go there because it's too much for them.
yeah. That's what I'm
What-
saying. Like Zoro
that
can't
one-
just come to the island and be the strongest person. They're like if the Marines don't even mess with them, like come on.
Yeah.
Zoro has to be like 10. Like Zoro just can't go there and just like be start testing. These people were like born like from like they come out the womb with sword. But I mean like they just can't
Exactly.
like they just I don't know, they just can't be like taking easy L's to Zoro. Like there has to be like raw fights. If Zoro's just there and he's just like, oh, you guys are all fodder, I'm gonna like Wano's hyped up to be this great swordsman country just for Zoro to be like, yeah, I'm not born here, but I'm still like taking all you guys out with no problem.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
when we
There's
get
definitely
there,
not going to be no problem for sure, but
Yeah, I don't think that.
I
no.
see what you're saying, that you don't want it to be so easy for Zoro.
yeah, no, he has to like almost, yeah, he needs to have so many. He has to take a serious L. I've been saying this. He has to take a serious L.
Oh, I said that. I said if Zoro does not take an L in Wano,
Yeah.
he needs to take one, just one. That's all
Listen,
I'm saying.
man, the dude that said that is the guy with the Sanji avatar, so let's chill.
Oh, I'm being serious. I like it. Sure, I know. But come on, guys. Like, do you know how retarded that would be? He just wins every fight.
No.
Like, there's no
Yeah.
I
overcome.
just wish
I can
that
understand,
the L's
like, him
are
going-
evenly.
Come on.
I just wish
Yeah.
the L's are evenly spread out. Like,
Yeah.
We all
Or even
know
that, like,
Sanji
it's not an
fights
easy
harder
challenge,
opponents.
Yeah, like let's say like he
Sanji-
comes close to death, you know, like that. Okay, it'll make more sense.
Please.
Like-
I don't even want to get into
Sanji's
this
got
debate
like a
right now.
magnetic force for L's. They all keep coming towards him, yo.
Yeah,
I just feel like
exactly.
Zoro should play like one of the Shogun guards, like the Shogun guards, and then like he's like, yo, I'm not ready for this yet. Right? Like if I can't even take the guards, how am I gonna take the Shogun?
That's what I'm just imagining. Like, Wano should be like how when they went to Zunisha and all the minks were strong. Like even the further people should be like, you can't really fuck
That's
with
what
us,
I'm
we'll kill
saying.
you.
Like the Minks, like they're born, they're already taught Electro. So why would not the
Yeah.
kids Wano already be taught like great swordsmanship? Like there's just no way.
Yeah.
Bro, I just want to see fucking Zoro and Law have a fight together. I feel like that'd be the sickest fight in like all of One Piece.
Yeah. Like
Yeah.
no using
What do you
the
think
fruit, just
Sanji's
straight
gonna
up
do
sword
in
skills,
Wano?
'cause I really want to see what he can do against someone like Zoro.
Sanji will probably have a team fight with Jack or something.
Yeah, I don't know what he's gonna do at all. It's a nice place.
Yeah.
I mean, a team fight though. He'll need I don't know who other people you can add.
Yeah, I
Sanji
mean,
needs to team up with Marco. I think that'll be dope.
Oh,
that would be
Yeah.
cool. That'd
dope.
be cool.
I would like to see like Marco basically maybe like who like the number 1 or number 2 on his own, just to kind of like separate it a bit. Because like the fact that he was like technically like the number 1 to Whitebeard's crew, I don't know. To me, it'd be like so weird. Like he has to team up with someone else to fight it like a one another command on their own. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's
Oh,
possible
yeah, I
Marco
get it.
fucking helps in the fight versus Kaido or something.
Oh yeah, that definitely But I think against like the Yonko commanders, he has to go 1v1.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like he'll 1v1 a commander to loosen the weight, like so that Luffy and them can just focus on Kaido instead of like fighting
Yeah.
every commander.
I mean, a lot of people say that he got nerfed though.
Yeah.
Somehow.
It's hinted that like they said he won't be that big of a help, but I feel like he's still strong enough.
Maybe
Some
he
people
lost
are
an arm like
theorizing
Shanks.
Some people are theorizing that Blackbeard stole his fruit.
Yeah, I think that's what happened, but it's just like so like it's such an odd theory.
But
Yeah.
when he had to die, and who would get his fruit? Like what?
Well, okay, the way the Phoenix fruit works is like it like rebirths. So people think that like he died and the fruit went on, but he still got rebirth.
Yeah, one time.
He
that-
doesn't-
that
He was
kind of
reborn.
fruit.
Yeah.
What are the
Like-
fruit like? What if they gave the fruit to like Burgess, and then Burgess and Ace fight again? So like the Phoenix fruit versus Sabo. Sabo. So like Burgess with the Phoenix fruit versus like Sabo with the Fire Fist.
No, that would be fucking
That'd
sick,
be
but at the
insane.
same time, he would have had it by now if he had that fruit.
Yeah,
so.
I know, but
Yeah.
I'm just saying like what if like I'm just throwing a what if out there. Like
Oh,
maybe
okay.
like maybe they're like collecting like a bunch of fruits and that like they're not gonna eat them right now. Like later on, like Blackbeard's like guys, like which fruit do you want, or like you grab a fruit or something. 'Cause I
Right,
think,
exactly.
right now, like at this these 2 years, I think Blackbeard has definitely recruited some more people. Like I don't think he just had like he definitely should have like at least like 3 or 4 people in his crew that we don't know about.
Nah, I don't think so.
You don't think
Yeah,
he recruited anybody else?
I think he
No.
recruited. Maybe he has like some like not fodder, but like lower level captains. But as far as like his main like 9 crew, I don't think he recruited anyone stronger than them besides Aokiji, of course.
Yeah,
Not
I
like
think no.
I'm not saying like super like more powerful than, but like he got more people that like.
Yeah, I can see that.
he got more people, but it's like Luffy with his Grand Fleet, but the The main crew is keeping the same.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like something like
Yeah,
Because I see the group of Blackbeard is the opposite of Shank's crew. If you compare them, that's all you already saw them in Marineford. They're all almost the same.
Good one.
True.
But yeah,
Well,
it was probably
anyway,
time to
guys.
wrap it up. Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I think it's now best time to wrap it out, Laz. Do you wanna?
Yeah, I appreciate you guys coming through. All the great guests that we had for this one. My God, at one point we had over 40. You know, considering the growth of the channel and stuff is just amazing. I appreciate the support. Got some fire guests come through, and hopefully it's gonna be the same shit tomorrow as well. One Piece chapter dropping. Expecting more fire.
I'm skipping school tomorrow just to
Hey, I gotta wake up at 3 in the morning to do
dedication
the
out
chapter.
Yeah. Well,
So
thanks
yeah,
to everyone
guys.
that came through.
Thanks for the special guests.
Yeah,
Yep,
there's too many of you guys, so I can't be bothered to name you all. So yeah.
Yeah. If you guys enjoyed the stream, of course, make sure to like the stream and subscribe to the channel if you are new here. All of our social media links are down in the description below. Go check it out. And of course, we got the official Outer Haven Discord as well. If you want to go and talk over there about One Piece, Kingdom, and any other manga or anime that we interact with or you guys talk about, you go and do that over there. So without further
Love you
ado,
guys.
Steve-O, you wanna
Follow me on Twitter.
yeah. Follow Steve-O on Twitter.
Kawhi for MVP.
Definitely.
Yeah. So,
Go
yeah,
Spurs,
Steve-O.
go.
Go.
Outer Haven.
Disperse. Dun 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 dun
Peace.
dun dun dun.